Why not? Let's live stream. What do you say?
Hi.
Going live in 3, 2, 1. And we're live.
Hi.
Howdy ho, guys and gals. I'm Jeff. This is everyone else. Introduce yourselves.
Hi, I'm Ellen.
Hi, I'm Griffin.
I'm Duncan. I said Griffin.
And me.
And me's.
And
the
the
me's.
bear.
Wait, Mom, where's your second pair of glasses?
They're in my purse. I was just thinking that. I don't need to see.
See if I could scoot over some, give you guys some more room. Can you scoot in some?
I can't.
Griffin, you don't.
You gotta scoot back.
Duncan, can you help? There you go. Okay, get in your chair. Okay.
I'm trying to read.
There we go. Alright. And we're live. And we've been live for 53 minutes and there's no one. There we go.
53 minutes, right?
53 minutes. 53 whole minutes, yeah. Right. Hey, Bear family. How's it going? How's it going with you? We're getting started here on the live stream. I think it's the right time. I did the right. Yeah, 6 o'clock. Okay. Scorpion, how's it going?
Hey.
Of course, Elle's excited about that.
Hey, Elle, can you bring me my purse, please?
Nice.
Oh, my
Oh,
goodness.
she's a little girl. Go on. Where is she?
She's coming.
She's coming. There she is. Hi.
You're a goof.
Oh, what's everyone's week been like? I know our week's been it's been a
Oh,
busy
my
week
goodness.
here. Hello, Foxy.
Foxy.
Anyway, welcome back to the Den of Tools. We got our Saturday live stream here. Hopefully, I'll be more on the ball today than normal. No promises are being made. So, let's see here. I'm trying to think. Did anybody? Hey, Jack, how's it going? Yeah, we're all here. We got the little girl's here somewhere. She ran off again.
Yeah.
But I was wondering, did anybody else happen to pick up any of the deals we talked about this week? I know there was a kind of a firestorm of deals. You okay back there, Bear?
No, Griffin moved his chair back too far.
Oh.
Now I have to go over the chair to get out. No, you moved it back.
Anyway.
You moved
Hey,
it back.
Hey,
guys,
hey,
we're not
guys,
arguing about
come
who moved
on.
The chair.
And,
Sorry about that.
yeah. So anyway, we, I know that there's some people are looking for the Cobalt tools that they've been scrounging some of the lows. It seems like it's a very regional kind of thing. I know poor Jack, and I don't think anybody down in, I don't think any of the southern states, at least not Florida, and I don't think Georgia did very well. And California was a little sparse, but I know some people came back had spent several $100s on 50% off kind of stuff there from Lowe's. It's definitely very hit and miss. We're trying to figure out what the rhyme and reason is behind how they're clearing this stuff out. It's evident they're trying to make space for the Craftsman stuff that's coming in. The Black and Decker, if anything, if you think the Cobalt's taken a hit, the Black and Decker stuff is just gone. You can't find about anything that you used to be able to find at Lowe's. All the Fat Max tape measures are gone. Are you having fun there with your fox?
Yes.
And Mad Bad Bear's online now. He ditched the live stream to go online. Anyway,
Are you having a snack?
they're getting rid of the Cobalt. They're not getting rid of Cobalt. They're paring back. The story that I've heard so far is that the hand tools, all but the basic stuff is going to be online only, and that they're in stores. It's going to be just probably about 90% less of the Cobalt tools. And that's really going to get taken over. And not just Cobalt, the Stanley stuff's going away as well. And I think some Irwin stuff. Now, for those of you who don't know, Stanley Black & Decker owns the Craftsman name now, or at least the rights to the Craftsman name. And they also own Irwin. So they're not only getting rid of their own lower end stuff, and the Irwin stuff I'm a fan of. I like the Irwin hand tools, but they're paring back or pushing back Cobalt's house brand, which is Cobalt. So it's really kind of weird. They're definitely the power tools. Now here's something that's interesting. So I did the video on Craftsman is killing off Cobalt. And I got contacted personally by a representative from Chevron. I think that's how you pronounce it, Chevron. They're the makers of the Cobalt power tools. And he sent me an email saying, I think it was he, sent me an email saying that they're committed to the brand, that they're committed to the power tools, that they're going to keep expanding them, coming out with a whole bunch of stuff. Now, I'd heard that they're coming out with some bench tools, and that's great and all, that they're coming out with bench tools that have the Cobalt name on them, but if I'm invested in the 24-volt line of tools, I don't care about bench tools. I mean, it'd be great as long as that somebody comes out with a good value bench tool, but that I'm not limited by my battery choices because I've invested in the 24-volt line. I'm not limited in what bench tool I buy, so that doesn't show me a commitment to the 24-volt line of tools. And I sent him a response saying as much like, hey, everyone who's bought these power tools doesn't really care that you're coming out with a whole line of bench tools. They want to see what power tools you're coming out. And they had asked they asked me to comment about what they felt they should come out with. And I said, that doesn't really matter what I tell you to come out with, because even if I said like, hey, you got to come out with a multi-headed multi-tool, and they said, great, that's a great idea. That's going to be 2 years out. And for everyone who's bought into this line, they want to see support now. They want to see that you have stuff in the pipeline now. And I asked him, what do you guys have coming up? What's, in the last year, you've had a saw and a shop vac. What's next? What's new and exciting? And crickets. I've heard nothing back from them, which to me is not a good sign. Hold on, I have to beat a small child.
Yes.
No, the
No,
little
the
girl
other
behind
one.
me throwing rabbit ears above me. Anyway, let's say hi to everyone who's joined us here.
Hey, Steven.
Hey, Steven, Mike, how's it going? Average Tool Talk. Hey, haven't seen you in a while. How's it going?
They
want to bring ribs.
Yeah.
I'm putting a check mark for every single person that's watching.
Oh,
They're fucking.
Take care of the
Oh.
wave.
And Thomas from West Virginia. Harbor Freight today. The 3-shelf utility cart for the kitchen. It will hold 450. Wow, really? I didn't realize it would hold that much. And we're off. Hey, Tech.
Hey,
And Joe's
Joe.
in the
Hey,
house.
Tech Gorilla.
Hello, Joe.
How's it going, Joe?
We really
Mike, how's it
appreciate
going, Robert? Those rabbit ears receiving. Yeah. A little good in the UHF. Oh, Matt from Mesquite, Texas.
Oh,
Christchurch, New Zealand. Wow. And anyway, what time is it in New Zealand? It's 8 o'clock. It's gonna be tomorrow in New Zealand. Yeah, we get our scheduling off. Have to fix that. Maybe we can get those clocks. They had like the old newsroom clocks.
Yep.
Behind the wall, we can have one set for each viewer in a different time
It
zone.
could also be part of the education part of our channel where we could teach younger viewers how to use clocks. They're taking them out of schools because children don't know how to read clocks.
Our children know how to.
Barely.
It's 2 in the afternoon.
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
What is it? It's 6 here. We've almost come all the way back around. I can't believe it's been a week. Yeah, this week has been a long one. I just realized this morning that I didn't do a mailbag yesterday because I usually do a mailbag on Friday. To be fair, we didn't have a whole lot of stuff this week, did we? I don't think so.
We didn't have a ton of stuff.
No. We had some stuff, but it was like stuff we ordered kind of stuff. It's not as exciting as stuff that people send us.
Mobile, Alabama, Mesa, Arizona,
Joe says, been waiting 15 minutes for stream, but no link on computer or phone until 8:05. After 5 minutes. Oh, jeez. We gotta get you on a real computer, man. You gotta get you off that cell phone.
Tech Gorilla knows what's up. Says didn't learn to read analog. Hi. Tonight I'll try to speak English. It's not really working that great.
Oh, come on here. There we go. I'm trying to put the chat window right below the camera so we don't look like we're just looking off into space.
Wow.
Hey, Greg, how's it going? 24-year-old coworker asked why they say the bottom of the hour. Oh, that's sad times we live in.
You know what, though? At least they asked.
Excuse me. Used to love baseline. Used to live off of baseline. Wow, I forgot about baseline. It's been a long time since I've been in the Phoenix area. And, DeKalb, Illinois. Oh, wow. It's making me think about the old DeKalb signs when I drive down the old roads in the Midwest. Are you old enough to remember where on Saturday morning middle cartoons they'd have corn and fertilizer commercials? I just thought that was normal. I thought every Saturday morning was interspersed with commercials for Pioneer and whatnot. What do we got here?
Thomas is asking if you've used the pocket hole jig from Harbor Freight.
I've not used it, but I've talked to several people who have, and apparently they say it works pretty well. It looks like a bit of a contraption to me, but what do I know? I mean, if it works, it works. Price is certainly right.
Scroll up, there was a question.
Are we playing the scroll up game again tonight?
Yes, we are.
Lives half a mile south of baseline.
Mike was saying, how was your trip back yesterday?
That trip, other than the live streaming part that failed, the trip actually went really easy. It was one of the easiest drives down there and back. There just was practically no traffic. But thanks for asking.
I have 72 marks on here.
Wow.
Thank God I don't have a 24-year-old coworker. Yeah. Joe Smith says hello to the Cubs. Oh,
Hi.
you holding stuff up there?
Oh, wow. That's my face.
Thanks.
How's it going? I don't even know what I'm...
Casper, Wyoming's in the house.
I have no idea. What?
Shadow's Edge. Hello again from Casper, Wyoming.
Hey, Shadow's Edge, were you having trouble getting Easter eggs? The Cadbury Easter eggs? If so, please acknowledge.
She's been obsessing about them.
And I cannot remember, and I tried to find out who it was, and I just couldn't find you. Anyways, so if it's you, let us know. Oh, Matt wants to know where the meth lab is. She's here. I think she's sniffing for treats, trying to find snacks.
Bella! Here, go step out from it.
Hi, I'm gonna scoot
over here.
back. You're
Come
gonna
here, no,
not
come here.
crazy.
Come here, come here.
Okay, I'm gonna.
Hi.
I'm gonna.
That's my face.
Oh, yeah.
Ugh.
Oh, yeah.
Don't give it to her. She's a good girl. Come here. Come on. Say hi. Say hi. Come here. Come on. Come on. Come
Oh
on.
my
There she is.
goodness.
There she is. There she is.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, okay. And she's gone.
Oh.
Ah. Oh, she's not. She's still here.
Oh. Hi.
All right.
Fall backwards.
Hound away. Oh, her and delicate equipment.
Oh my gosh. I think I might be squishing the children behind me.
I'm okay with that.
Okay. Sorry, we got all.
Come on, scoot back in.
I
What's
can't.
that a picture
Any,
of?
there isn't any room.
Yeah, what's that a picture of?
That's a picture. Oh, the
Not right now.
the picture in the upper right or upper left or whatever it is for you. That's our house in Montana. And I know before we had a thing about, all the super chats were going towards the camera that we raised. And from this point forward, because we're getting within spitting distance of our trip back up there for the summer to work on the house, it's the 4th oldest house in the state. So all the money we're raising in the next 2 months is going to go towards the house, towards trying to restore a historic home. Have you done your taxes yet? No, not yet. Let's see here. Somebody said he remembers Paul said he remembers the farm reports. Yep. Hog bellies are down this month. And yeah. Just bought a Chicago 6-amp recip saw. Is it a decent saw, or is it pretty much used one? The 6-amp one, it isn't bad. It's not the kind of thing I would do like heavy duty demo with. But if you don't beat on it, it'll last you a good long time.
Hey, Toolhead 147.
Oh, Toolhead's in the house. How's it going?
And PJ Kentucky, I think I missed you sneaking in. Hello.
Went back to Walmart today, and the roof racks are still $89. That's insane because I'm seeing them now as low as $19 in some places.
Okay, I have to ask. When you say that you're seeing them for $89, are you scanning them on the self-scanning machine that's in the store?
I didn't even think about that.
I have been plenty of times where somebody will advertise that there is like a coupon deal or something like that. And I'll go to the store and I'll be like, oh man, our store doesn't have it. And then I'll scan it and lo and behold, it will be a lower price. They just haven't changed the sign. And sometimes when it's lowered like it's a really great deal, even the people that work in the stores are completely unaware. So that is my only thought. Maybe they're lower if you scan them.
Grow dental floss in Montana.
Like
You may not get that. We wouldn't get the growing dental floss in Montana. Mm-mm. No. That's, what's his name? Isn't that the same guy that does Lawyers, Guns, and Money?
I don't know.
Oh, come on.
Hell.
I'm going to move to Montana and become a dental floss farmer or whatever. Isn't it? Not Ziggy, it's... Oh, I forgot. Trying to go to Lowe's between 20 and 30 miles. Ooh, that's a drive.
Yeah.
Yes, I went to scan today. I didn't the other day.
Man. Sorry.
Have I heard of Northern Tool and Equipment? I have. There's not one anywhere near me. Not even, like, we're talking 3 states away.
I think we have talked about on our trip this summer, though, that we might be close to one. And so
I looked. I don't think so. I was thinking about, like, if I could go across, if I could do the long route. I still don't think we go near one. Warren Zevon, that's it. All right, no, it was Frank Zappa who did the other one. Yeah, there you go. Tekrila, Zappa. See? Warren Zevon, Frank Zappa, same difference.
Charles says Northern Tool isn't in the north.
No. Damn, I thought it was going to be an animated bear family. Not tonight. It's Red gets the night off for the live streams. He doesn't like performing live.
Yeah, he also has his cubs take the night off. I don't know if you know, but one of his cubs was in one of his videos once.
Ah.
Oh my goodness. John G, we totally understand. It's 9:19. It's late on the East Coast. So
thanks for stopping by.
Scorpion said, I purchased a floor jack from Northern Tools online. What did you think of it?
Closest Northern Tool to me is your old Cincinnati stomping grounds. Yeah, I haven't been to Cincinnati in forever. If you happen to be in Cincinnati, send me some chili and some ribs. So no, I don't think there is a Northern Tool in Montana. Now there's Murdoch's, which is the place that we go to all the time. We love Murdoch's.
Hey Scott, Louisiana in the house.
Vegas Vince. No, you love your Ram. Mine's in the shop, 20,000 miles, and they're needing to replace the rod lifters, leaking oil, supposedly known issue with the 5.7. I didn't hear about that. I know the issue I'm dealing with is the bolts on the manifold breaking. It'd be cool if you did more Woodcraft or Rockler stuff. That stuff is way expensive, and it's really only appealing to the hardcore woodworkers. And we don't do maybe this summer when we try to do more like with the house and stuff. I'll probably be doing a lot more woodworking kind of stuff this summer. I'm thinking about making some cabinets for the house, but for the most part, like around here, we don't do a whole lot of woodworking. Like, strictly speaking, high end, kind of woodworking, cabinetry kind of stuff.
Don Miller says, I appreciate all you're doing. I don't know, because it just scrolled up. All that you're doing and enjoy listening. And if you scroll up one more, I think somebody else said something. Neil says...
Einlein.
Oh, okay.
Are Einlein power tools any good? I don't have any personal experience with them. I mean, they're German, so they're going to be expensive. The air compressor love says, saw the Bauer and that the cheap drill master comparing the same Ryobi drill. They're changed it now, but they're in their older catalog. That they were comparing both of them to the same Ryobi? That seems weird. There's some issue I heard about who gets to choose what they compare it to. And they don't always stay with the same one. It's kind of odd. Hold on here.
Hey, Robert Herrera. I think you were just saying hey to the Bear family.
Start trying to catch up here in the
Yes.
chats. What is your recommendation for a joiner that won't break the bank? We just talked about that, and we did it last week, and I said something that ends in Q, and it's C. I can never remember the name of this company. Hold on here. I'm looking it up. Give me half a second. And Q-Tech. All right.
Sounds like a Q.
It does sound like a Q. So Q-Tech makes a joiner. It looks a lot like the Porter Cable one. Now that's the other one. You may look at the Porter Cable one. It's not a fantastic top-of-the-line one, but I heard that they're closing it out, so it may come down in price. Q-Tech makes one that I believe is built off the same platform, but they make one with a helical head, which, if you know the helical, rather than having the blade that goes all the way across, has the little square carbide blades that you can adjust and gives you a much better finish. And the helical blades, trying to get one for under $300 is next to impossible. So I'm a big fan of the Q-Tech for that kind of stuff.
Hey, Tech Gorilla. Thank you.
Thanks.
I think somebody was, Lawrence was saying that, us and VCG are live at the same time.
Really? He doesn't usually do live streams on Saturday nights.
2 G-rated live streams at once.
Yeah, we do try to keep it family friendly.
Yeah. I think Elle's trying to put something. Oh, I think, Joe, Elle did a picture for you. I can't tell if I'm getting it in there. I think I am. Good job, Ellie Bell. It might just look white.
What about AutoZone O'Reilly Advanced Tool Offerings? I think Justin Dowd just did a video like that. Yeah, actually, we're going to be talking about those guys. I did a walkthrough of O'Reilly's, and we've got a video coming up where I'm working on the different hand tools. So the different ratchets from each one.
Neil is asking you to draw a picture of the Bear family. Neil, I relayed your message. There are so many comments that I think the little bear in the back couldn't see it, so I passed the message on.
Charles saying he's got one of the Q-Tech joiners and he likes it.
Oh, Tech Gorilla. It says, the Cubs got some trinkets coming soon. Mailed out yesterday. Thank you so much.
Ever heard of Lee Valley Tools? I've heard of them, and that's about it. I don't have any experience with the Lee Valley Tools. Rodney says, hey, Rodney, how's it going from Branson? Why does the bear have no fur? The bear, I'm Jeff. Red is the bear, and he takes the Saturday nights off. I have the Q-Tech. Paul has a Q-Tech.
Wow, it seems like a number of people.
The roof rack looks great on the Jeep.
Yay! Thank you, Scott. I really like it.
I want to thank you for showing quite here in Fort Texas. Thank you, Harold. Looks great.
Wow. Sorry. Mike's Place says building our own house, doing all cabinets, trim, molding, counters, etc. Getting free hardwood. Wow.
Oh, that's nice.
That's amazing. Aww.
Wonder if my next hat. Another YouTuber just did a video on replacing the stray blade with the helix. Yeah, that's a great upgrade if you can do it on your joiner or your planer.
Mom, I accidentally made one user that's getting sorry.
That's okay.
Where can I get cheap wood screws? That's a good question. I don't know of a source specifically for cheap wood screws. Sorry. If anybody else knows a good one, feel free to chime in. That one guy, I got back from Hard Freight. I made it this one time. Did you use your 30% under $10? I'm planning to go tomorrow, and I'm going to just stock up on clamps. I've managed to run low on the smaller clamps. I've got medium size and longer, but I don't have any of the 6-inch. I've got 2 of the 6-inch clamps. I need to get a lot more of them.
Hey.
Joe and the tool bear hanging. I saw that video, Joe.
Hey, Brad's Workbench. I understand that you can't stay. He just came to give us a thumbs up, and don't forget your 1 pallet challenge.
I know.
I'm trying to find a pallet. That one guy, he did use the 30%. Good job. Awesome.
Hold on, somebody asked, has anyone had the steel buildings? I have not used one, but I've watched a lot of videos on it.
We've talked about it a lot.
We've been talking about doing something with one of those, but haven't had a chance to. Just bought some Quinn screwdrivers. They look nice. I have not used them, but they do look really nice. There's a couple great videos on YouTube of some amazing steel houses that people have built. With shops and everything else.
Hey, Erstwhile, did I pronounce that correctly, is doing a 100 sub giveaway. You scroll up, I can't see it. So anyone who wants to go check it out.
Oh, cool.
Thanks a lot for the great content there.
The 3 kids, I messed up on the old-time pupils, so we're just going to have black eyes. We did that to their family. I'm sorry, everyone.
Hey, Griffey. You want to do the bell?
What?
There's a switcher?
Yep.
Oh, my
Go on.
goodness. Oh, my
Paul and
goodness.
Joey, $5.
No, I'll give it.
Oh, thank
Thank
you
you.
so much.
Thank
You guys are going to be coming along with us.
Steve, I used the 30% clamps on well. Yeah, I'm gonna need them for working on the house this summer. So we got my honeydew list is long. We're gonna be probably replacing a lot of the trim on the outside of the house. We're going to be completely rebuilding the back deck and the side porch. We're trying to figure out if we're going to actually cement over there's kind of like a driveway area, or if we're just going to build it into one large deck.
Yeah.
That one guy still got to decide on the 20-gallon oiled versus the 21-gallon oilless. I think if you're going to use it daily, I would get the oiled. If you're going to use it every so often, I would get the oilless. Did somebody say DeBrock's in the house?
I didn't
think so.
see that.
Oh, yeah,
Scott,
DeBrock's
we
here.
totally
DeBrock.
understand. Scott was saying Paul is the man. He says, I'm the man too, but I'm a poor man.
Yeah,
We understand.
Any recommendations for inexpensive 6-sided ratchet combos? 6-sided ratchet combos.
I didn't even see that.
Yeah, I haven't seen a lot of those. It's not something, I don't know. I don't see 12-sided, sure, but I don't see a lot of 6-sided. What 3D printer do you use for ABS, and how large can you print with it? I'm going to be getting into prototyping kind of soon.
Cool.
Still no eggs. You missed it earlier.
Wait, okay. I will message you. I'll find you. We'll connect.
Scorpio, the Heiner Winter Automotive. That's the one he got from Northern Tool.
Oh, cool.
I use. Okay, you're gonna laugh. I've got a Da Vinci from XYZ. It's one of the older 3D printers, and it's but it was hacked so that you don't have to use their cartridges, and it doesn't give you the finest low level, but it's great for rapid prototyping, and it's got a totally enclosed work bed, and I think it'll do a 9x9 by 7 or 8.
And Shadow's Edge, I think Tech Gorilla is commenting. He's a 3D printing guy.
Yeah,
so
Tech
it
Gorilla
sounds
is,
like you guys should.
Yeah, he
have a
does even
conversation
more
or 6.
3D printing. Like I had a what was the one I had? The CR10. And I didn't care for it. I was just too much fussing with the thing.
Mike Adams.
Hi from Talladega.
Wow.
I want small engination in the house. Wasn't the Cobalt 680 you just bought? The ratchets, like the ratcheting side was 12 point, and the I'm pretty sure, yeah, they were 12-point ratchets. My experience on Tecton tools. Tecton is a good budget brand. I've never had any problems with any Tecton stuff that I ever bought. I don't have enough experience with it though to say that it's going to last you, how a lifetime or anything. But I've had a few Tecton tools, mostly ratchets, and I thought they seemed fun. Crescent has a combo. Yeah, trying to keep up with Crescent and what all they're doing has been something, because they now they're owned. I'm pretty sure they're owned by Stanley Black & Decker also these days. Correct me if I'm wrong, but maybe I'm confusing Crescent with the Craftsman stuff I've been seeing as far as hand tools.
Scott says he loves Tecton tools.
Careful on the clamps. Remember last week in my return issues.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh. Bella, I would draw that soon, but that's what I've drawn so far.
Oh, wow. Oh, my goodness. So, I'm not really sure how this is.
Also, if you guys are wondering who Leo is, it's my old cat.
So, Eleanor drew Mom. It says Dad. I think it's what it says Mom, Dunk, L, Griff. There's a cat.
Oh, wow.
Leo?
Yeah. And the sun. It looks pretty good.
Good job, Ellie Bell.
Good job, Ellie Bell.
I think Cobalt is as good as Sears. I don't think it's as bad as Sears, but it's as far as because it's so much of it's going to be online, and it has to be a pretty special tool for me to be buying it online because I like to be able to hold it and have it in my hand and see what it feels like. That one guy asked if anybody has any updated info on drawer organizers for the 22-inch deep carts and such. I would be interested in hearing that. I was looking into it recently, but hey, maintenance man's in the house. How's it going?
Hey.
We got Devon Montalvo D. Montalvo
Okay.
from Virginia Beach. Sorry if I mangle people's names. I'm not great with names.
De Montalvo.
Crescent's owned by Apex. Thank you. That's right.
Oh, put groceries away. More important.
Oh, groceries can wait.
What? No. That's how you end up with a really large grocery bill and no food. I have a friend whose son recently made lunch and left her freezer open.
Oh.
And defrosted $1,200 worth of food. So, please put your groceries away.
That was a bad scene.
Close the door. We had the opposite problem one year when we bought our house. Our oldest cub was much younger, and he helped us put all the groceries away for Christmas in the freezer.
All of it.
All of it. Every single thing we bought. So, Christmas dinner was very delayed that year.
Somebody said that they wished Harbor Freight had table saw fence clamps. That would be great if they sold some accessories for table saw fences. Especially considering the fact that the table saw fence comes with a slot for accessories. We should change to metric time. We should at least change to 24-hour time like the rest of the world uses.
Yeah.
Hey, Dunk, DeBrock
Did
says...
you see DeBrock? Dunk.
Oh, he did. He responded.
Yeah.
Good job.
What?
It's okay, Bear.
Hey, are you gaming? Why do you have your headphones on?
I'm watching Trying Not to Laugh DBZ/DBS.
No.
I'm watching the live stream too.
No. No streaming.
Okay.
What time is dinner? I'm in trouble again. For too much Harbor Freight shopping. Oh.
Yeah, we were going to go today, but we were at our... there's a Saturday meetup for local YouTubers that we try to go to brainstorm and talk with people. And it, of course, ran long. You know, you get a bunch of people sitting there talking about their channels and stuff. And
Yeah. It was...
trying to help each other out, and things get a little crazy.
And we get hungry and forget.
Yeah.
On the
And
way
then
home.
food happens. What's
Scorpion Sunday said, I was a U.S. Merchant Marine, and I still use 25-hour time now and then. 24-hour.
Yes.
That's right.
Yeah, we've got friends who are, and family who are military, and they're constantly giving us a hard time over the AM/PM stuff. Are steel or brass plugs better for air hoses? My thought, now this may be kind of old school, but my thought is that brass is better because brass is softer and has a tendency to fill in the gaps better. But that may be... I don't know if that's quite scientific or just some old school thinking. 24-hour clock kids do today.
They would run out
Or
of fingers
fingers.
and toes at 8. That's true, Jabrak.
They have to come out with a new time method.
Be like, use your friends to tell time. Dr. Falcon, you did the 30% off yesterday. So many toys, so little room. That's right.
Zaffiel points out that brass doesn't corrode like steel will. That's a good point. 27th was second consultation surgeon. April 11th is the new date.
Well, we will definitely...
I'm
keep
sure
your
she
family.
will. She'll do well. We'll keep her in our prayers, and you as
Absolutely.
well. You got to take care of that hip, Rodney. About the Diablo reset blades for the first time, and I'm very impressed. They're great blades. They really are.
Oh, wow. Cut your truck bumper in half like butter.
Yeah.
Oops. Well, that was a good solution. Oh, I missed whatever the other one was.
Lesson 1 by
Well-
Empty Ultra Strong at a low price.
Did that just kick us out of our live stream?
I don't know.
That was interesting. That'll teach me for clicking on a link. I figured I'd open it in a new window, but oh no. Sorry, we're going to have to catch back up. Somebody sent us a link there. I was trying to click on it. And it
took us down the rabbit hole. So hopefully we're still live.
There we go.
Yeah,
There we go.
that's okay.
We're still
Open it in a new window.
Go-to people.
Oh, the manufacturers and who really owns them one.
I can't read when you do
Yeah.
that. Oh, good.
I'm thinking about doing a reprisal of his video because he left a lot of people out of that.
Somebody said they got a 10-inch bench top drill press today. You look very happy with that smiley face.
Justin
Hey,
Gardner, happy
Justin.
Saturday. How's it going?
I didn't finish the
So why do we have an abandoned house on the screen?
If I
Hold on. It's not abandoned. There's just no one there right now. That's our place in Montana. It's the 4th oldest house in the state. And that's what, when we're, all the super chats are going towards, we're going to create a list of stuff that needs to get done to the house, and they're going to go towards funding that. That's what most of June and July's videos are going to be about.
You guys are going to
fixing up
come
that
along
house.
with us as we do these
Yeah.
fixes.
It's good. As someone said, it's gonna be a this old house kind of thing.
Yeah.
What's up?
Oh, she drew an additional photo.
I
It's Lightning and Bella.
and then we got the Skittles up there, or dead fish.
Oh, and also our fish that's gone to the great beyond. Skittles the fish.
And Leah.
Yeah. Good job. Mike Adams says that he's come to the conclusion that you're letting the screen go up and I can't read it. Scroll up. About taking women to Harbor Freight is payback. Men's payback for all the times that we've taken them to mall shopping.
Oh yeah, there's not even close to
Really?
enough
All
of
the
that.
times I took you mall shopping.
Please get off, Griffin. Oh, I'm sitting here.
The
Mom, I'm sitting here. And
hey,
Griffin's not.
Griffin's
Okay.
gonna move in just
Griffin's
a second.
gonna move and Elle's gonna sit down. And everyone's gonna stop disagreeing.
Okay.
Oh, hey, Mrs. Gorilla.
Hi, Miss Gorilla.
Whenever you join us, I'll be very excited. Yay!
Special guest Bob Vila. I don't know if we're gonna have enough Craftsman stuff there for him.
I'm sure we can find some. My dad had a lot of tools. It's an archaeological adventure.
Pile Driver asked some thoughts on the Admiral 12-inch miter saw. The Admiral saw is great. I believe it goes on sale for down to around $170 though. If you're looking for something right now and you can't wait, $200 is not a bad price to pay on it. But if you can get it, check out Harbor Freight coupon database to see if there's a better coupon out on it.
John Dickinson is asking, is there good internet in Montana?
Oh,
Excellent question.
actually, we just ordered internet for the house, and it's going to be. It's not quite as high speed as it is here, but it's not bad. So we should be in a good situation by the time we get up there.
And we're noting that it's March, and we're ordering internet for June. Yes. Joe Smith said, awesome drawing.
Wait a minute. Somebody said, sorry,
Yay, I don't know. We got
sorry,
a
took the
donut.
wife to
Duncan.
Harbor Freight. She ended up making me buy her a stepladder, nitro gloves, and some box cutters. Sounds like my wife.
Yep, box cutters. I love them.
Oh, dear Rockland!
The bear needs fur.
The bear needs fur.
Oh, there's Kermie. Thank you.
There we go. More cowbell. Did you program the computer bear that speaks yourself? I've always been curious. I didn't program it myself. But I modded it myself. Can you translate Joe's statement? Or was it?
Awesome.
Oh,
drawing.
L. L is the one back here.
She's the artist, the middle one.
Come on.
Wait.
Best place to get Klein tools. I don't buy a lot of Klein. I always saw them at, I think it was, is it Gray Bar that has them? Bought the 26-inch, 22-inch single bank black roller cabinet. That's a great cabinet. It really is. Friend guy, hey, how's it going?
L, you want a minute? Okay. I think
Spent all day installing new tubs in a condo, metal studs. Oh, jeez. I hate metal studs.
Oh, cool. Did you see he did a shower install valve something video that I can't see because it's up there, but made a video. It'll be awesome.
Klein screwdrivers, yes.
So, Joe, Elle made you like a name plate tag. Good job, Ellie Bell. Oh, my.
Saul.
I see you with the uneven donation. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Kermit is very excited. Bella's wagging her tail. She's
Kermit
excited.
gets very excited.
Oh, cool. Scott is in school to be an electrician.
Ronnie, I'm hoping to get a bench top bandsaw and drill press for my birthday next month on the 19th. Would you recommend Rybie, Wen, or Harbor Freight? For the drill press, for the drill press, I'd get the Harbor Freight one. It's the cheapest and it's as good as any of the other ones that are out there. The benchtop bandsaws, I go back and forth. I'm not a big fan of them. I don't think that I've never found one that cuts straight. If you're trying to use it as like a high-end scroll saw, it would probably work well for that. But if you're trying to do any kind of long straight cuts with one, I find them to be a pain. Not a single one of the. I wouldn't buy other than a portable one. I wouldn't buy anything other than a 12 or 14 inch bandsaw. I know it's not what you wanted to hear, but.
Did you see Troy said, I like it better than the other one that had the top that had to be open to get the tools? Yeah,
that's that kind of cart where you have to open the top. That's specifically made for guys who are working in a shop where they, at the end of the day, they just want to throw everything in there, close it, and lock it, and go home, so their tools don't wander off. But for the average person, if you're not in a shop where you have to worry about tools wandering off, then it's just a pain.
Built a fence today.
Not sure if I feel good or bad.
But I was proud.
You didn't want to do it. How does the Admiral miter saw match up to the Hercules? I would say that it's hard to compare the two. The Hercules is a complete step, generation, if you will, above it. I think of the Admiral as more as the a better version of the Chicago Electric one. It's closer to that than it is to the Hercules. It really is. It's a nice saw and it will cut fine as long as you're careful. You don't put a lot of flex on it sideways. You try to pull straight when you're cutting with it.
Thank you for...
Are you okay there? Do you mind? Anyway, it's the Hercules saw is just, as I said, it's a whole generation better than it, but it's also almost twice the price. So, do you have a cyclone separator that you recommend? I actually recommend the one that Home Depot sells, the little orange one that goes on one of their orange buckets. What's this?
Pick my channel name. It's like the two.
Oh, okay. He's trying to come up with a name. He's going to do a channel talking about starting a small business as a small person. Cobalt or Craftsman? Cobalt. Working number for this later. Would be nice to get a collab going on this project. Oh, that's Tech Gorilla. I'm like, they saw. You can run away now. What kind of drone do you fly? My battery DJ separated at 25 Oh, that's not good. I have a, what do you call it? A Phantom 4 Advanced. DJI. Yeah, if you, as DeBrock says, if you put the @ Tools in the as you start typing comments, if you type in the @ sign and then Dena Tools, it pops up and it highlights it for me. So that I can really, so it looks, it's highlighted, so I know that you're talking to me and not just sharing a conversation with somebody else. Also, if you click on the $ and type in, like, say, $500, it makes it a lot easier to read. Also, all right, I'm joking. Rodney, I know, I didn't like saying it because I hate being that guy to say that you need to save up and buy a better tool and stuff. But I think, as I said, anything under a 12-inch on a bandsaw just isn't really. It doesn't have the features that a bandsaw needs to be able to do resawing and straight cuts. So, and basically at that point, it's just a scroll saw. And you can get cheap used scroll saws. If you saw my video, there's always somebody getting rid of an old, like, all cast iron 24-inch deep throat scroll saw that just needs a little bit elbow grease to fix back up. Misfit Makeup says, hello, Mrs. Bear. Hello from Mrs. Tech Gorilla.
Hey,
She's in the kitchen making me food. Where she belongs.
You mean making the dog food?
Okay, or she's feeding the dog and planning to stab me. Oh, you got me a drink.
Oh, yeah. I'm not really sure who this person is.
Can I have a sip, please?
Hey,
You do love
Misfit
me.
Makeup. Great to see you. Just for clarification, I was making food for the dog. Good luck.
Yeah. Yeah. I kid, but she does make all the food in the house, and she takes amazing care of me. And I'm very
poison
lucky.
him. I mean feed him.
Yes, the drugs work. What is going on with my screen? I'm wondering what. Hold on. Just give me just a second here, everyone. I'm going to pivot this whole thing a little to the side. So you're not seeing as much of me and more of everyone else. I mean, I'm beautiful and all, but I don't want to hog all the screen
All the
real
glory.
estate. Yeah, all the real estate.
And I had to get my glasses because I'm blindy McBlindersons right now.
That's for sure.
Now you
Oh, look, I can actually see what people are
Mom,
saying.
you actually have your 2 glasses on now.
I know.
Oh.
Earlier today, I had 3 on. It was awesome. Oh, Rodney is going to email us his address so you can get a drawing from Elle.
Do drywall screws count as wood screws? Eh. You know, when it comes to wood screws, I almost use exclusively deck screws for everything. Just because, I do smaller projects and stuff, and that way I can just buy one type of screw, and I always have the right bit for it, and I know how they perform in everything. So, it makes it a little expensive for some projects, but in the end, it's, compared to the cost of wood and everything else, that's nothing.
Hey, Diverse
Diverse
Flips.
Flips, how's it going?
Late is totally acceptable.
Better late than never.
Absolutely. Oh, my goodness.
You okay over there?
No.
Is my desk
Yeah.
cluttering for you? Hold on. Oh, here, wait. Oh, he's not here. I thought maybe Autobahn Dan will show up later.
Yes.
Oh, this thing just keeps turning itself on. My desk lamp over here.
Deck screws do not rust like most drywall screws.
Yep. Our Craigslist is out of Springfield and it's horrible.
Oh, no.
Yeah, Craigslist is one of those places that just comes and goes. Mm-hmm. You got to sit on top of it, or even if you know how to set up a search alert on Craigslist, and it will then ping you when stuff comes up that you're looking for. I should do a video on how to do that.
That's a really good point, and it's super useful.
Does anyone go to estate sales looking for tools?
I go to estate sales sometimes, and when I see tools, I let you know, but yeah.
Usually I'll wait in the car and she'll come and get me or call me to let me know that I should come in and look. Did you get the 30% off? I got the coupon. We're going tomorrow to the old freights. What state are you guys? Massachusetts in the house. Well, we're in Nevada.
Hey.
Well, we're in Nevada for now. Montana in the summer.
Yes. How is the weather? I have a friend who just came home from Boston. So I'm not sure which part of Massachusetts you're in.
South Carolina. We got people all over. We got somebody in New Zealand.
Oh, Oklahoma? Yes, there was somebody from Christchurch.
Rodney, the bear thinks I'm tech savvy. Yeah. As I said, I needed to do a video on showing people how to do it. Sometimes you can get a deal at pawn shops. For the most part, I found that pawn shops have been not a great place to find tools. But every once in a while, when a pawn shop will do a big sale where they're clearing stuff out, you can get some great deals there.
Steven, where is Daughter of Ra?
Uh-oh. What do you think of Stanley Black & Decker forcing Lowe's to sell Craftsman and crowd out everyone else? There's not room in this chat session for that. I've done several videos on what I think about that. I'm not a fan, put it succinctly.
Honey, Mars is here. I mean, we're not even in Earth anymore.
Ronald Smith is here. Ronald wants to know where the llama is.
Where's Milky Way?
Milky Way's upstairs.
Ah.
New Jersey's in the house. Joyzy, down near the, was it down at the beach with the Boyds and the Toidles?
I don't know. I just think of Boston Park the Con.
That's a different accent. 60 degrees, getting nice out. Bought a couple of mini drones to learn to fly. They will, man. If you can keep one of those things in the air, you're
They
learning
fly
how to
longer
fly.
if I throw them. Yep.
Not if you're OCD or ADD or AOC. And does anyone have any experience with the Parkside tools? No, I have not. Have you reviewed Cobalt 10-inch 50-amp dual bevel sliding compound miter? I have not reviewed that. I know a lot of people who have it, and I think it's a decent little saw. And when it's on sale, it's a good price. Michael, for the O's at Oklahoma. Where's Kermit? There he is. Oh, thank you, Michael, so much.
Yay! Daughter of Rosh. She is getting everyone ready to go to the store because of a little pest issue.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
Is it your husband? Get it? Pest?
Yeah,
Husband
I got
thing?
it.
All right.
I got it. I was thinking if I needed to be her alibi, what our story was going to be. Like, I was already, 4 steps ahead of you.
Let's see here. I have a fluffy rain
Nice.
on the snow still. Jeez. Well, we got snow on the mountains all around us still.
Well, and when we're in Montana, we might have
Yeah, we'll probably have snow
fluffy
there.
rain, too.
Yep. Go Sooners. Albuquerque's in the house. I still want to get down to I haven't been to Albuquerque in 35, 40
I was gonna say, I don't
years.
think we've been.
We've not been together.
I think
wanted
I've
to
been
go.
with my dad.
I wanted to go this year for the balloon races or festival or whatever.
Great.
But we ran out of time, so that didn't happen.
Yeah. Daughter of Ross says that Steven's going to have to fix the pest issue. And Dale says they've heard that there's lots of bears in Montana. You're going to go visit some extended
Yeah, we got family up there.
Yeah.
There we go. Yep. Last time we were in Montana, well, we saw the older bear and I. We saw 2 brown bears. Don't know if they were grizzlies, but they were definitely brown bears in Montana. And then on our way back through Yellowstone, we saw a grizzly.
You didn't get out and ask for ID or papers.
No, but
or
all
anything?
the idiot Japanese tourists were out taking pictures. And I'm like, you realize he's walking right toward you, and that thing could do 40 miles an hour.
And it can eat your face.
And if
right off.
literally, if you wanted to at that point, you would not have gotten in your car.
Not to mention the car is like, oh, it's a crunchy, fun treat inside.
It's like those little things where you don't know what you're getting until you open it up, and
Right. Yeah.
but it's and you get these people going up to the elk and going up to the bison. I want to take a close-up selfie with the bison. Yeah, that's a Darwin in action. Use Search Tempest. You can look nationwide for anything and set up notices.
That's cool. And Ronald Smith said if it's snowing up in Montana,
Get one of those mini trucks and put tracks on. That would be a cool mod.
there is, okay, I will definitely, because when we first get there, there should still be cold weather stuff out. There is somebody in town that has tracks on
Oh, he's got a big old 4x4 with tracks on it.
which is super fun. I may or may not fantasize about stealing it.
There's
and driving
There's
it
a
around.
channel on YouTube that all the guy does is cover those mini trucks from Japan. And I gotta admit, I got a thing for them. They look like toys. I think that's what it is. I wouldn't mind having one to play around with.
Brock was asking if we're using the new camera for the live streams. How have we been liking the new camera?
I'm not using the camera for the live streams. They have not updated the software to the point where you can use it for live streaming. That's one of the drawbacks. I have been using it for almost everything else. I didn't use it for the Cobalt, or not the Cobalt, the latest Lowe's shop with me because it was a live stream. But I've been using it for pretty much everything else. I used it for the video where I did not stop motion, the time lapse.
Right.
Because it's the first camera I have that has a time lapse setting, so I used it for that. That was pretty awesome.
Did you use it for the oil change video?
I did. All the videos in the oil change video were shot with that. As you see, like when I was able to go down and go underneath the truck and such. So learning how to hold that thing right is a big deal. And I recently got some upgrades for it.
Is this the part where I have to move?
No, you're fine. And we got...
It's like...
Where is
the
it?
picnic basket.
Yeah. So this whole thing here, if you can see it, it's a little control wheel. It slides on the back, and then this lets you do pans, like nice cinematic style pans, up, down, then the little switch down here, and it changes it to left, right. So that's going to help with a lot of the videos also. Helps with the smoothness of it.
We missed a couple of things. Joe Smith also wants to shout out his hero mods. Thank you, hero mods. We have amazing mods.
So the scoop on the new Harvard toolboxes, I'm kind of out of the loop. The only thing I know so far on the toolboxes is that they're coming in. All of them are now coming in all 6 colors. Mm-hmm. That's the latest thing I've heard. Planning on going back tomorrow for the longer Bauer nut setters. Yeah, those look nice.
And he's going to be able to use the coupon because it's $9.99.
I just got the Hercules ones. I haven't had a chance to use them, but I just got them.
Somebody else is saying they're having trouble finding the ratchet deals. What they're finding them for is $70 in their store, and that you got a great deal.
Yeah. I'll buy Hitachi Matebo tools because I like being different than everybody else. Well, the Hitachi and Matebo, what everyone's been telling me, and I guess I knew this, I don't know why I didn't put one and one together, is that so they're changing their name, so all the old tools are getting phased out so they can bring in the new tools with the new molds with the combined name, which means there's going to be some great deals on some Hitachi stuff coming up. I got the Herc today, the 30%. Hey, Bear?
Yeah.
Can you run out into the garage and bring me some of the stuff we just got?
Sure.
So I can show them real quick. That new
Icon?
yeah, that's on the bench right behind the air compressors. Anyway, I just want to take a second, as Joe said here, I want to take a second here to thank the mods. All the mods here, they stick with us through the whole evening. Well, most of them do. And if they don't, I don't blame you. It's a long night.
Very late, yes.
And they do a lot of great work, and they make sure that we keep it family friendly here. And a lot of them have channels of their own. So, and we always like to support other people who are trying to get started or who have channels and such. So, please feel free to we have this. We showed this. But give me that one. But if you've got a channel, please post it now in the comment section. And everyone who can, if you want to go check out the channel or check out their channels and throw them a like and maybe a subscribe. As I said, we like to support everyone else in the tool community. Joe Smith, he's got a channel. The DaBEAR, do you have a channel? I don't remember. Does he have a channel? The Tech Gorilla starting his channel. Toolhead, he's got a great channel. Modern DIY projects. He's got a channel. Who else we got? Autobahn Dan, he's not here right now, but you got to check out his channel. Mm-hmm. Let's see, who else do we have here usually? Justin Dow. Check out Justin Dow's channel. Menorca. Oh yeah, Menorca. Menorca Home Solutions, formerly Wheel Row. If I'm forgetting anybody, feel free to post a link down below. And also if you go to denatools.com and go to the forum, you can see the
Griffin Wolfgang. No, thank you.
You can see the if you scroll all the way down the forum, you can see that we have a section that's all for promoting channels that you like or your own channel. So anyway, DR Falcon, he's got 2 live streams. He goes to 2 live streams. Sorry. Do you not have your own channel yet? Come on, everyone should have a channel. Diverse Flips. Come on, I'm trying to show it. There it is.
Oh, another moderator already hopped in there.
There we go. pretty
Oh,
well.
right. If we note the time, so it's like 1:04, slightly over an hour.
If we note the time, what?
So that when people are watching this and it's not live, then
Good point.
yeah, that was a good suggestion.
Oh, the maintenance man. And I forgot what's his name. Cheap Tools. Cheap Tool
Yeah.
Reviews.
Ted, you forgot me.
Oh, and Mad Bad Bear.
We never forget you.
I didn't have to forget you. You're here. You could have done it yourself. Huh? So anyway, I want to show you a new tool, I was going to say toy. Tool/toy that I got sent. If I can get it out. Oh, yeah.
This is the part where you hit the microphone and the monitor and take everything out.
Yeah. I don't know if you can read it in the glare, but yes, that does say Icon on it. So we got the new Icon torque wrench from Harbor Freight. Sub to erstwhile to okay, good job. Anyway, so I'm going to be doing some stuff with some more automotive stuff, and I needed to I couldn't find my torque wrench. It's gone AWOL, and somebody was nice enough to send me the Icon torque wrench, and I gotta say big thanks to them for that.
I'm just saying it looks really pretty, so it might be mine now.
It is pretty, and it comes
goes
its
the
own
other
box.
way. It goes the other way.
You don't know.
I do.
Have you tried welding yet? So I have done some welding in the past. Not a lot. I am not a great welder. And I just recently picked up the cheapest welder that Harbor Freight has. And I did that specifically for the reason that people are constantly asking...
Other way.
If
I'm helping him. He needs a lot of help right now.
you are all sorts of special. I don't know if you know that. But anyway, the if I can get this thing in here. Come on. There we go.
Why don't you just give it to your assistant?
There.
Yeah, sounds great.
Make yourself useful.
What about this?
Don't hit me with it. No. Duncan,
Yeah?
you want to put these back?
Shire.
I don't know why you brought me the tools we've had for a while.
Well, I mean, I thought they were new.
You thought the 12 volt was new?
Well, this one looks like the one we got in the box. Where's the one we got in the box?
They're still in the box.
Oh, Shadow's Edge has an idea for the Cub channel. I'm currently talking, so whatever it is that you're trying to get approval for will need to wait.
I like that idea. Little Bear, Big Plans.
Griff, what do you think? Little Bear, Big Plans?
What's that?
An idea
was
for your channel
Shadow's
name.
Edge idea for your channel name.
Okay, I'm taking your idea.
You
You
like
think it's a
that?
good
Yes.
idea? Well, we'll have to look
I like
into
that.
it and see if it's available, but that does look like a good one.
Yeah, I don't think there's going to be a lot of people with that one out there.
Thank
you
thank
don't
you.
know.
Thank you. Thank you, whoever that was.
There was a discussion about,
Welding?
well, there was a discussion about that. We'll go with that.
Okay. Tan says I can solder, sweat, and braze. But I can't weld. I've done a lot of the all that stuff all the way up to welding. I've done a little bit of welding, but not much. And so I've got a bunch of plans for the welder. Just some stuff to show that that you can do stuff around the house, basic kind of welding with it. I just get real tired of people saying that. A lot of people ask about that. You'll go in the forums or different comment section and they'll ask like, hey, can I learn to weld with this welder? People are like, oh, you should save up or go online. And they always say this, go online, go to Craigslist and buy a Lincoln for $100. You can't buy a Lincoln for $100. You can't buy a Hobart for $100. I've been all over Craigslist. And if you can, you don't want that one. So, stick welding. And honestly, if you do want to learn to weld, stick welding, I do know, is a good way to go. Skylight Tiggs and MIGs weld would be better. I stick weld. Yeah, well, MIG welding is the hot glue gun of the welding world, as it were.
I see you're stealing my drink.
I am stealing our drink.
Notice how he said our drink.
Esmer, I'm sorry you couldn't find the deal. It turned out to be a really... Your mileage may vary. We can't figure out how, in what way, Lowe's is choosing what stuff to clear out. I ran across several people who are getting much better deals than we're getting.
Yeah.
But we definitely, as you saw on the one video, I mean, we got plenty of those things. Stick welding is like learning to drive on a stick. Skip the tombstone link. Yeah, that thing is. You see those around, and they're yeah, that's just a headache waiting to happen. They work with the adjustments, of course. What was I going to say? I was wondering if it would be worthwhile if people were interested, since our local Lowe's does have so many of them. If you guys wanted one, if we could buy it and send it to you. But I wonder how much shipping would be on something like that. Probably double the cost.
Well, do we have it in the garage? I could weigh it.
Yeah, we got them in the garage.
Okay.
So,
do you want me to go weigh it?
No, don't do it right now. We'll figure it out. Tell you if you guys are interested. We'll after the video, we'll go weigh it. She does a lot of shipping for us for all sorts of stuff, so she's pretty good about figuring how much stuff would cost. So if you're interested, leave a post on the video and follow it, and we'll have a conversation about if you guys are interested.
Yeah.
Because I think even if it does cost $10 or $20, that's still a good bit cheaper than the original cost on those things.
Yeah. Amos has a friend that does underwater welding.
Oh, that's dangerous.
Super cool.
Sorry, I'm trying to read through the chat messages to keep up. You missed dinner. I missed dinner?
Wait, what did you make
I feel so
us?
hungry. Padded flat rate would be $8. My first welder was an old Hobart stick welder. See, I'd love to get a hold of one of the older Hobart stick welders, but the price that people are asking on those things is just outrageous.
Oh, Tan said I've messed with wire fed a bit, but I wouldn't call it welding. More like practicing how to short an electrical circuit with no good outcome.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's all kind of how we learn.
Well, it's the kind of people learning to do learning to do TIG and welding the tip right to their workpiece.
And you're like, okay, note to self, learned not to do that again.
Lifespan of underwater welders is 20 years. I would not be surprised. I've known a couple guys who did that, and only one guy who survived. Hot roast pork sandwiches. Oh.
You're speaking his language.
No Lowe's deals in Kentucky. I'm sorry. Oh. I could help yawning tonight. We took a nap even.
I'm not sure if that helped us
I
or...
could have. When that alarm went off, I could not believe it was going off.
I was not kind to you. I'm
No,
sorry.
you were not. She's never been the kind of person who you want to be near when she wakes up in the morning.
I resemble that statement.
Yeah, for her, waking up on the wrong side of the bed is just plain waking up.
Yeah. Rodney is interested. He goes, did I mention my birthday's on the 19th?
I melt every tip I try doing a TIG. Yeah, it's definitely one of those situations that's as much an art as it is a science. But when I first started sweating copper and stuff like that, it was like that too. One of the big things that people always get wrong when they learn to solder and sweat metal and stuff is they keep trying to heat up the solder rather than the workpiece. And it's one of those things that once you teach somebody the basics and they learn all of them, then it's just a matter of getting the muscle memory down. TIG is hard, but some fine welds after last few months. That's great. Sharpening tungsten is a pain. Yeah. It's I pronounced someone's name perfectly.
Good
It was
job.
completely by accident, I'm sure. No offense, that's just me, because I mess up a lot of stuff.
PJ, Kentucky, the point that you made about checking adult education schools is great. Looking for welding classes. I know many, many moons ago, there was a class called Welding for non-majors. And I almost took it. I had a friend who took it and had a great time. He loved it.
That's something I always forget about. You don't see those anymore. We used to see all sorts of flyers and stuff for adult education. Adult education. Don't mind me. And you just don't see that anymore. I wonder why that is.
Oh, Misfit Makeup. Have a good night. We do still get them in the mail. I just...
Don't show them to me? Nice.
I'll be honest, I didn't think to show it to you. Sorry.
I get my mail edited, apparently.
Yeah.
Hey, did you know you can support the channel by buying Bear Swag and using the Amazon link? Oh, thank you, DeBrock. Yes, you can. Everyone, thank you so much, Toolhead. Wait, hold on, what's this? I have a couple Bauer products I lucked out and got one on the blowout sales. I'm still waiting for somebody to bring me my other Bauer product.
What are you talking about, brother?
The one in the box, brother.
Oh my gosh, brother.
Come on. Mush. You husky.
Did you see air compressors are love? Hey, I can't see it because it just rolled out of the
You
screen.
gotta read faster.
What do you think of oxyfuel?
Where do you see that? What do I think of oxyfuel? What is oxyfuel? Oxyfuel is...
For welding?
Hold on. I don't know what oxyfuel is.
Oxyfuel welding.
Yeah, catch.
No.
Are you talking about using, like, just combining oxygen in with other fuels, like oxyacetylene and oxymap?
OxyClean.
Esmir got it. $4.99.
Oh my goodness. And I see it's an uneven number, so you're paying attention. Amos, I'm not sure where you live, but I am headed over. Dinner sounds amazing.
DeBrock says, tell us how the Amazon links work. I don't know any of the links that are in the descriptions of the videos that are Amazon products. If you go and you buy any of those things, in fact, anything you buy, if you click on that link, anything you buy from Amazon in the next 24 hours, we will get a small commission back from Amazon. That all goes towards helping support the channel. Hold this, please. I'm sliding down on my chair.
Al?
Yes, he's talking about oxyacetylene and other fuels. I haven't done... I don't think I've ever used oxyacetylene, to be honest. Now, I have an oxymap set up. And the thing with that is it's only good for cutting. That's the only thing you use oxymap for. It's a lot of fun. I mean, once you get the balance just right, that thing is literally a hot knife through butter. And that's what I keep it around for, is if I have to cut something. But and I've played around with oxypropene, oxymap. But again, I'll be honest, I use map gas probably 90% of the time, just for that little bit of extra heat over propane.
Can't even say what's in my hands.
Did you grab one of the batteries, Dunk?
No.
Yep. Off of one of the Bowers.
I have a question. So you know how they wanted? Who was it again that wanted to me send them a picture?
I think that it was Rodney.
Rodney.
He's going to send us his info.
I have a question. What does he want me to draw?
When he sends us his address, I think he'll tell us.
Hey, Bearcy, you've been doing the Craftsman videos lately at Lowe's. Would you be doing any reviews on those versus Cobalt? I am planning to do... so I did one on the base model, the drill. Not versus the Cobalt per se, but... and I've done stuff previously on the Cobalt stuff. I should probably do some more up-to-date stuff on the Cobalt. But the brushed Craftsman stuff I've seen so far has been utter junk. I'm sorry. I love Craftsman. I grew up around Craftsman. I had high hopes for Craftsman, and it's not panned out. I haven't had a chance to play with any of the brushless stuff. Hopefully that's much better.
I couldn't find one.
It's probably on a tool on the bench.
I looked there. They're all normal ones.
Bear, I just
Look
saw
again.
them.
They're all
You just took one in that right angle drill.
That was a normal one.
I don't want one of the big ones, just one of the BaBEAR ones.
Dr. Falcon says, when I was running the undercar shops in Boston, all I used was oxyacetylene and had the scars to prove it.
Yeah, I bet. When will larger amp-hour batteries be available for the Herc or BaBEAR lineups be available? Sorry.
All
So,
donations go to my custom keyboard.
No.
hold on, Bear. They want to see one of the bigger BaBEAR batteries. It's still in the packaging. Go look. It's got to be in and around there somewhere. So anyway, give you guys a sneak peek of something else.
They
No
look great
one's
online.
going to be picking up Cobalt. Cobalt is Lowe's house brand. So,
Careful.
oh, I'm dropping stuff. I
Tech
dropped
Gorilla.
bombs I dropped stuff like Bush drops bombs.
Tech Gorilla says I need one of those dead Bowers for our project.
Coin drop. Like, I drop.
Ta-da!
Yeah, I'm gonna stop.
Yeah.
I'm bad at puns. Like, really bad at puns.
Really bad. It's a dad thing.
Yeah.
Oh, smell that.
No. Oh.
That's the
no.
smell of Harbor Freight right there.
No.
So, as I said, we're going to be getting into more automotive stuff. And this is the, as you see, it's the BaBEAR 450 foot-pound breakaway torque wrench. So we're going to be having fun with this.
Kind of makes me want to go fix something.
It does, doesn't it?
Or disassemble it.
I couldn't find one, but I found this because you just got this.
Oh, yeah. So somewhere in the shop, we also have the new higher amp hour BaBEAR batteries.
Is Joe Smith still here?
He is, honey.
And we're going to be comparing that against one of these. So we got that. We got some more air compressor stuff coming. Oh! I got too much stuff piled up over here. Oh! DaBEAR to the house!
And he said 2 for the bear and 1 for Google. So true. So true. As we learned last week.
Yeah.
Thank you, DaBEAR. We really
Thank you so
appreciate
much. And as we mentioned, the little house up there in the corner, that's our place in Montana. It was built in 1890. It's the 4th oldest house in the state. And all super chats for the next 2 months are going towards the restoration of that house, trying to bring it back and make it, keep it around for another 100 or so years.
Okay, you want more cowbell? Can I ring the cowbell?
Yes.
Oh, no.
You can hold it. But you... Oh, okay.
There you go. there's
Okay.
more cowbell.
Google has to feed his kids, too. I didn't think
What?
they had kids.
Yeah.
They're self-driving cars. They have to feed those. So what do we got here? Joshua says, Bear, you have the impact wrench. It's nice. Yeah, it's, I have the really cheap Chicago electric or Chicago pneumatic impact wrench, and it is cheap. So I'm looking forward to seeing how that air wrench compares with the, hold on, I got a little girl behind me doing something. What are you doing back there? You weirdo.
Modern DIY Project says, yeah, all the free lunches they have to give their employees every day.
I gotta say, I used to eat lunch there all the time, and it's some good food. It really is nice.
Must be nice.
Yeah. Sorry, I didn't get a take. Oh my gosh.
Woo! YouTube premium free tip.
Oh.
Thank you. Oh my goodness. Okay. I think we're done. Oh. Oh my goodness. L.
We're finally done.
You got it all worked out? We good?
Oh.
Oh my
There's
gosh.
another one.
Okay, we're finally done.
Okay.
All right. Thank you.
L
Stop.
Liberty.
Go.
Thank you. We're going to
Oh my
relinquish
gosh.
the bell from the girl.
All right. I need to take a hot break here for a second.
I'll take
And
it.
also, let's take another hot second to thank all our supporters and all the mods who help us out, and everyone who has a channel. Take this moment to for anybody who hasn't, who just got here, came in late or something. Post the links to your channel down below. We try to support the tool community and the creator community on YouTube. So, oh.
JR. Woo! Hang on. And he says, "Are you sure that cobalt is going away? I just bought 20 lifetime warranty shovels."
No, they're not going away. They're just, the hand tools they're paring down what they keep in stores, and everything else is going to be online only. They just don't have enough room in the stores. This stuff Cobalt is Lowe's house brand. It's what they make the most money on per sale. So they're not going to get rid of it. It's just going to become harder to get in store without ordering ahead of time. So, anyway, I'll be right back. You're going to keep driving.
Yeah.
No, I keep quiet.
You can sit next to Mama.
You almost stepped on my toe.
Well, you should move your toes. Don't keep them there.
That hurt.
No, almost means you didn't actually
Okay,
get
well
your
then he
toes
did step
squished.
on my toe.
Okay. So,
Hey guys, I'm Mama Bear. Oh wait, Mom, I gotta get my two glasses to put on.
you have to have your 2 glasses. Good luck. Go get your own sunglasses. Oh my goodness. Daddy's chair, we could both sit in it.
Yeah.
Hang on. Jabrock says, "Time for keto talk with Mrs. DaBEAR. You would like a mint? We have like the world's tiniest Altoids." So yes. So, yoga time. I guess everyone noticed that Eleanor's doing yoga and I'm cross-legged. So yes, keto is awesome. Oh my goodness. Can you ring the bell, Ellie Bell?
No,
It's right there. JR, you are
Mom.
awesome.
That's for you, Mom.
Oh,
You gotta
thank
ring
you. I was so loud I had to close an eyeball. Oh my goodness.
Dang it, you didn't close both of them.
So how is everybody's week going? Did anyone have anything amazing for dinner?
Guys, she did. You had some leftovers. I like some.
Harbor Freight gives their factory workers free lunches too. There's a big communal rice bowl in the middle of the dirt floor. Nice. So, anyways, no one is telling me. Oh, Scorpion Sunday. Do you not eat dinner every day, like it's part of intermittent fasting, or? Oh, you're gonna post a video of your keto dinner soon. Awesome. I have been hearing a lot of people who do keto only do 2 meals a day. Some people only do 1. And that they do intermittent fasting. Carne asada over an open fire. That's always yummy. Tantan, you could start your own channel. Ooh. Diverse Flip says you had date night and you had gyros. Yum. I love those. Amos.
Churros or euros?
Euros. Well, there's a discussion amongst people as to how they pronounce it. Some people pronounce the G, some people don't.
I have a question. Will one of you comment down what you want me to draw, and I will draw it?
I did not read it out loud, but Rodney did mention what he wanted. I think he wanted a golden bear and a ram. So we'll look at it.
What's a ram?
A ram?
Oh yeah,
Like an animal?
I thought you meant like the truck. I'm like, that's kind of easy.
Amos says you make dinner every day. And Zephiel, your brother was impressed with your ham and cheese sandwiches you made in the panini thing. Panini things are awesome. Okay, somebody just had 2 pounds of something. Ground chuck, not very keto, but delicious. Shadow's Edge, you're awake and vertical. Chili is good food.
In Australia, Oh, does he live in Australia?
I don't think Tech Gorilla lives in Australia. I used to live in Australia.
Yeah, what part? Sydney, right?
I lived in Perth, which is on the other side from Sydney. They call them Euros, and it's spelled that way.
Euros. I like the name.
Yes.
Euros.
I learned that.
Euros.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Amos says, a sailboat with a sunset. That sounds delicious. Scorpion Sunday is saying that you eat breakfast like a smoothie and lunch, which you take to work. And you get home at 1 and then no food after that. So it sounds like you do intermittent fasting. Esmir is saying keto is great, but the most important thing is decreasing calories and increasing activity.
Mom, hide yourself. If you don't move, he can't see you.
PJ Kentucky, I know a guy who travels to China for his business, and they,
Don't
for
move,
real,
he'll
have
see
rice
you.
bowls there, and the floors are dirt. It's an eyeglass manufacturer. Actually, we found out, like, I don't know, 6 months ago or 9 months ago or something, about eyeglass companies.
Oh, that
They're all basically made in the same place.
owned by the same Italian company.
Yeah.
Okay, use my feet.
Ronald Smith said, had a peep at Cooper's. I had a goober sandwich this afternoon.
A goober sandwich.
What's a goober sandwich?
Isn't that peanut butter and jelly?
Combat Jump Master 89. That sounds cool. You dropped 65 pounds on keto. Wow.
That's awesome. I'm down 30 pounds for the year. I started dieting in
Wow.
probably I'm down 10 pounds from regular dieting and 20 pounds from keto.
Yeah. Scorpion Sunday said that you have lost 40 pounds in 4 months. That's awesome. And I'm sorry, Sundowner 798. Keto is great, but I have to stay with it. Been on the roller coaster for 15 years, fallen off that wagon many times, but it works. And Vinny the Mooch says, okay, is the Bauer 20 volt impact better than the Earthquake 20 volt impact?
I don't think it's better. I would say the Earthquake is probably better, to be honest. But the Bauer, it allows you to use that battery with a lot more tools. Somebody was asking about bigger batteries. So this is the latest larger size battery that we've got here for the Bauer. And unfortunately, I think this says 3 amp hour, which is not an exceedingly large size battery. But considering the Bauer is prosumer, it's aimed directly at the homeowner and DIYer. That's.
Oh.
Are you okay?
Yeah.
You want to not be okay?
I'm
Yeah.
fine.
So, that's not too bad there. Go ahead.
Esmir, totally understand. Good night. Thank you for spending time with us. And DeBrock, I totally understand. I can't speak for everyone, but I definitely know that me and DaBEAR have had problems with you don't eat at all and then you overeat late. So we're right there with you. We totally understand. We are trying to be much better, but I think many of us have years and years of not eating optimally. So when we change it, our bodies take a little bit to adjust, and it's life. So some days you're gonna not be as strict as others, and that's okay. And Combat Jump Master 89, I understand about putting the weight back on, and we've all been there. I don't know the town, but they source from a couple of factories. Hopefully no one's ears are dying like mine are from the plastic.
Hold on. Rodney was saying something about that we need to check out.
Is it up?
You don't need to scroll.
Okay.
Geekhealth.com. I think he's saying we need to be updating it more.
Yes.
We threw
Yes.
that away in the garbage back there?
I have not recently
Over there.
updated it. Thank you, Rodney.
Also remember, if you're trying to highlight our so we see it, you have to put at the Den of Tools. I realize the website's just Den of Tools, but here it's the Den of Tools. What you got here? Looks like one and a
Was
half.
using a set of those $9.99 titanium bits from Harbor Freight and was making metal dust. Switched to Dewalt high-speed steel and it made long curly ribbons. Thoughts?
Beautiful.
Yeah, well, I mean that's a difference between how much were those the DeWalt high-speed steel bits. The titanium, they're titanium coated. It's not like they're solid titanium. They're not great for metal. They will do mild steel. You're going to want to use like a cutting oil or something on them. But the real benefit of them is that they're cheap and disposable. I like using them specifically for anything that's a sketchy kind of thing where I'm worried about breaking a drill bit, and I don't want to break an expensive one. So, can you hand me the impact driver? That's the big red thing. Yeah. What do I think about the earthquake one? I don't have the earthquake one, but I've talked to a lot of people who have them, and I've got to play around with them. I think they're absolutely amazing. And if I was a professional mechanic, I would have probably all the earthquake stuff. Just because it's cost effective. You get the replacement warranties for a few bucks more. And anyway, here's this one with the bigger... Man, that has some torque to it.
Rodney, yes, it did highlight this time.
Don't mind me.
Yep.
You know, when we ever get a bell, we should go like that and we should drill when something into this one.
If we lived here and it was our house, definitely. But
Yeah.
since it's not our house, we probably shouldn't drill holes in the wall.
Bought the Warrior bits and they were dull out of the box. Yeah, that's not right.
So I took them back.
And that's the thing you're going to find with Harbor Freight with the really cheap stuff is their biggest issue is quality control. That's why I always try to take a look at it while I'm in the store and make sure that it's nice.
Beetlejuice. Nice.
I feel an urge to go to Zaphiel's house.
We're being drawn.
Sandworms, you hate them, right? Sorry, I'm trying to read through the comments here. Is the Bauer impact with the cord? And it seems to have... Yeah, the Bauer impact with the cord is a beast. Live in Southern California, everything I have is earthquake stuff. But yeah, she's from the Bay Area, and I lived in the Bay Area for almost 20 years. So I have plenty of share of stories of shaking and quaking.
Hey, Dad, remember that earthquake? Well, were you still alive? The earthquake that was really bad in San Francisco like years ago.
The one
I
in
didn't.
89.
I was alive, but I wasn't living here. But I know somebody who was. Yeah, Mommy lived through that.
And Nana was in San Francisco.
Oh,
Oh my goodness.
Bring that bell. For anyone specifically, okay, good.
It's for
boom. Go. $5. Oh my.
Okay.
Take it away from her.
Yep.
Where he lives, they only have DeWalt bits, and they're very just. Can you scroll up a little bit?
Yeah.
They're very dull. They dull very quick. I've not heard great thing about the DeWalt bits, to be honest. If you want good bits, if you want to spend, like when I spend money on bits that I want to know work, I get the Bosch stuff every time. Let's see here. Time to rotate the tires on the Jeep. We just put new tires on the Jeep.
Yes.
Just did it.
Have you seen
And then I get this.
the sport Lomo car that runs on salt water?
No, I have not seen that. A $10 bell.
Nice. Oh, sport limo.
David Graham says hi. Hello.
Hi.
Can I hold it?
Oh my goodness gracious. I just had a horrible.
I'm just glad I don't have long hair.
I'm gonna. She's petting it.
My precious.
Does the house in Montana have a basement or root cellar? My
Both.
uncle has an old house in PA from the 1800s. With that, there was probably a root cellar, now a dirt basement. There's also a coal chute.
One half of the house has a cement floor basement. It's low ceiling. I can stand up between the rafters, but I have to be careful. The other half, that's like a third of the house. And then the other half of the house, I guess that's under the extension. If you can see on the house up over there, the part there that's brown that looks like wood, that's the kitchen and like laundry room and stuff. There's a mud room on the back. That's an extension built onto the original stone house. So the original stone house has a dirt floor root cellar with a coal chute and the whole 9 yards. The part underneath the extension has an actual basement.
Rodney is asking how he can change so that the name that appears comes up as Golden Bear. I want to be a bear. I don't know.
I think you have to change your email address.
Yeah. Oh, it's DeBrock says you can change it in your Google settings, maybe?
Yeah, you go to your Google profile and you can change it. Yeah, tire pattern rotation for four-wheel drives. If you do have a four-wheel drive vehicle and you are going to rotate your tires, you need to look up the tire rotation pattern. I know it's different than most cars.
Shadow's Edge, tell me more. It says in some cases you can put tracks on the Jeep without any major mods.
Really?
Are you listening?
I don't think they mean your Jeep. I think they mean like on a Wrangler.
I think he means my Jeep.
I don't think so. Your Jeep's really a Fiat.
Shh. Don't squash my dreams.
Well, I'm a member of a Jeep Renegade user group on Facebook, and it's pretty funny. A lot of them have a pretty good sense of humor, about themselves and such. And you see some pretty funny memes on there. Some people get a little touchy about the fact that some people think they're not real Jeeps.
Michael's asking how the electrical is in the Montana house. Is it newer electric or knob and tube running in the walls or conduit?
It's knob and tube.
Yep.
I think there is one circuit that's been upgraded. The part in the addition has been upgraded, but the part in the older part of the house has not been upgraded. Pittsburgh Pro item number 1, extended length double end flexible head ratchet. Does anyone have it? I have one. I love it. I do know that there's been some issues with it. Some people have had problems with some of them breaking. I don't know. I've never had any problems with mine. I really enjoy using it. I know a lot of people who have them and enjoy using it. Have you lost your mind back there?
Oh my goodness. Sorry.
Oh.
Oh.
You gonna do the drill?
You're gonna make the drill sound? Okay, we're gonna end up in the house. Okay. Why did we give her power tools again?
Well, luckily, there's nothing on it, so.
Is
But anyway, if it does break, it has a lifetime warranty, so just take it back. Harbor Freight won't have a credit line. They'd be next. They are going to have a credit line. I announced that back in November that they are coming out with a zero interest credit line, actually. So, and it's going to have, and there's going to be some other benefits that go along with it. This could be kind of like the Inside Track Club on top of it.
What?
Oh, Michael! Yeah, I got a couple outlets. Yeah, I don't know if the wiring's going to happen this summer. Duncan!
Alexa, stop!
Thank you, Eleanor.
Stop! Alexa, stop!
Honey, you have to get up and get closer to her.
Or just yell really loud. Oh my gosh.
Okay. I'm pretty sure that she's actually filming a horror movie behind us, if you can see the faces.
The Texas Impact Wrench Massacre? The Nevada Impact Wrench Massacre. Okay. Scroll down. Are we caught up?
No.
No. You're so behind.
What's your glue of choice, Gorilla or Tight Bond?
Tight Bond. Tight Bond 2.
Thank
I like
you
Gorilla
again.
Tape though.
Wait, we got a $20.
Yes, that was what we
That was
just.
what we just
Yes, I have an ancient earthworks root cellar in my backyard. Cool.
Oh. Harbor Freight needs to update their website. Yes, they do.
I thought they donated
Okay.
$2. What was that?
I'm pulling. Is that the dog outside?
Someone asked when you lived in Berkeley.
Oh,
right. I forgot he grew up in Sunnyvale.
I lived in Berkeley, Oakland, Bay Area almost all of my life. I grew up there until I was like 11. Then I lived in Montana, came back when I was about 13, and lived there until I moved overseas when I was 21. And then came back when I was 23 and lived there again until we bought our house. So like 2012. So
Where are you?
I didn't realize that you were born in Oakland.
Come on.
Yay, Oakland.
Come here.
Oh my goodness.
He's my brother now. I was born in Oakland.
Oh my
Yes,
gosh.
Griffin's very excited because he was born in Oakland.
He's my brother now.
Labradog.
Shadow's Edge. Hey, he was talking about my Jeep.
Hey, no, I saw. I saw.
For the Subaru Impreza hatchback, even though they don't have anything listed for it, look for the mods with the deal. Cool.
You should attach the cowbell to the drill. Yeah, that's a better.
No.
Zip tape stretcher.
Look at her. I'm telling you, she's already a little kooky. Don't encourage her. Which
You
way's
give the
my
wife the
finger?
Japanese
There
mini
you
truck.
go. Oh,
I'm looking.
yes.
I'm actually looking for a decent,
It's a wiring mess.
I want to teach this.
like 4-seater side by side,
I'm gonna hold
because you can drive those on the road in Montana. So it would be a nice little vehicle for going out doing some camping and doing some trail riding, as well as like running down to the corner store and stuff like that. It's nice to be able to just jump in something like that and go, rather than have to pull the car out or the truck or whatever.
Michael was saying that he honestly knows of a couple knob and tube homes near me. Seems like for what it seems, they have lasted a long time. It's true.
PS4, cheaper to operate and also cheaper to buy, and a side-by-side. The PlayStation 4?
That's what I was thinking.
What's the PS4? PS is the...
The side dump beds are nice. No,
No,
the
that's what I thought
PlayStation
too.
4.
The side dump beds are nice. I don't know what the PS4 is.
It's a gaming station.
And a side-by-side. I'll have to figure out what that is. Any new Hercules tools in the pipeline? Yeah, there's a bunch of stuff in the pipeline. About 20 to 30 tools, and I've been pestering them almost daily as to when that stuff's going to come out. They know more than fully well that the stuff... the problem right now is that a bunch of people are on spring break.
Yeah.
And in fact, I was supposed to have a phone call. I'm trying to do a video covering all the different warranties, and so I had to call into Harbor Freight to have a chat with somebody there who was who could give me a definitive answer on the warranty situation, just so when I'm passing information on to you guys, that I'm giving you the complete total facts. And I had a list of questions, and I had this very nice woman try to answer some questions for me because everyone else was out of town. And we got halfway through, and she realized, yeah, I'm not going to be able to answer these. So she wrote everything down. She's supposed to get back to me next week.
Amos was, I think, hypothesizing maybe a Polaris 4 something. We were still trying to figure out.
Like the Polaris Razors. But anyway, the reason I say that is because basically, when I was talking about the warranties, basically there's so many people that are out right now that I would say all the new releases are probably getting delayed by a week or two. I confirmed that Grandma Need was the first woman and 11 there in the garage when H. Oh, that's so cool.
Yep.
The cheap interlock devices. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Hercules and Hobbit Tube Service come to a store near you. I've seen people in UTV streets in Phoenix. We see them here
yeah.
too, and it's not legal in Vegas. It's not legal in any town that has more than... I can't remember if it's 50 or 100,000 people.
I think it's 100.
Yeah, I think it's... So it's not legal in Vegas, which sucks because we wanted to have one we could take back and forth. But that's not going to happen. But anyway, that Mahindra Roxor, you know, being a Jeep guy, that thing is cute. I kind of like it.
Vinny the Mooch, you said my house that I live in now was built in 1885, and you're the third owner. But what was funny is that my neighbor, an older man, was born in my kitchen. So, Vinny, when I lived there...
That was rude.
What?
Being born in his kitchen.
So, when I was younger, though, I lived there, and my 5th grade teacher actually grew up in the house in my house. And our neighbor, our really good friend of my dad, his family lived in that house. And so there's definitely a number of people who I know that either live there or grew up there. So it's definitely cool to know the history. I have some very interesting green linoleum that we removed from a number of the rooms. There was like layers of linoleum. So it was kind of an archaeological linoleum discovery.
Layers upon layers. It was like sediment.
It was interesting. So that is really cool, though, that you are the third owner and that your neighbor was born there.
What about Joshua asked what I think about the Hercules miter saw. I've actually done a couple videos on that. I have it. I think it's fantastic. I use it all the time. It's great. And even with the Hercules miter saw stand, you can fold the whole thing, leaving it all put together. So like right now I needed space for some air compressor stuff I was doing and some other videos, so I folded up, stuck it in the corner. And as soon as I need it, it takes, 30 seconds to set up? It's great. Somebody asks, are we Ted Turner's neighbors? No, we're not Ted Turner. He owns so much land. I don't think anyone's his neighbor. Who lives in the Livingston area?
I can see his face, but can't think of what his
guy
name.
from Easy
Fonda.
Rider. Yeah. Peter Fonda. Peter Fonda lives in the area. There's a couple writers that live in the area.
But they like living there because
no one pays attention to him.
Yes.
I was sitting next to him at a street festival and didn't even realize it. Someone says they're in the market for a new worm drive saw. Should you buy new or used? If you can get a good quality used one at a decent price, they're great because you can still get parts for them. You can fix them up, and you can keep them running for about forever. The new ones are nice, but from what I've seen, the gearing on them is not as robust as the older stuff. But that said, I don't know if they don't last. It just doesn't look as robust. One of the things that happens is people always think like, well, the new stuff isn't as good, but the newer stuff has newer tech, and they can make things that don't look as robust that are as robust. And until it's been 20 or 30 years, there's no way for us to really know the difference. Sorry,
the dog was pulling on one of the cables, and I thought she was going to knock the router down.
She likes to do that.
She was not getting enough attention, obviously. Yes, Ted's nearest neighbor would be about 200 miles away. Buy an older Mag 77 USA made.
Why is quality 720p? That's a good question. I think it's probably due to probably because of the webcam that we're using. Or I've also been noticing that they've been reducing the quality of my live streams for some reason.
Joe Smith's house isn't old enough for knob and tube, but Joe Smith found lots of code violations and rewired half of it. Skill saw Mag 77. One area, modern DIY project says, what I have seen people do with older homes is leave one area or swatch off a wall or floor original and remodel around it to allow people to see what was there before.
Yeah, I've seen that a lot.
Yes. Peter Fonda. I can't speak English. Peter Fonda. Okay.
Peter Fonda.
Yes, you just say that.
Not Peter Fondant.
English.
He does look kind of like a fondant.
No.
Be nice.
Yes.
Sorry, I got a labradog over here who's being needy. Hi, yeah.
I am sure I will find all kinds of fun stuff during the remod of Wife's Dad. Did a lot of off-the-book stuff at the house. I think kind of anybody who's handy or knows what they're doing or thinks they know what they're doing tends to do that. And my house is no exception.
Ronald wants to add that the comment about the Japanese truck winch is cheaper to operate. Comes with side-by-side winch, which is street legal. Comes with air, heat, radio, and dump bed. That would be kind of cool. The only question I have, I think they look super cool, is I'm a bigger guy. Well, I don't know if I'll fit in one of those things. I can barely get in her Jeep. As far as the remodel, though, I'm very big on the.
Oh my gosh.
What?
Sorry. Amos says, DeBrock, I was doing some demo in the upstairs, and in the wall, I found a bird cage and an etched crystal light cover. So random. I'm personally hoping that, like, I find some gold ingots or something.
Yeah.
That would help us with what we need to do. But there's definitely, I found, like, really old coffee, some old clothes, all kinds of things.
Magazines.
Yes. Adult entertainment.
Truck stop quality edition. What were we talking about? I was talking about something else.
You were talking about the vehicle and
whether it fit. So I was gonna say the other thing about the leaving a patch of it so you can see what was restored before. The other thing is I'm very much into restoring old homes, not renovating it to make it look new. We want to make it look period correct, with modern safety and stuff, of course. 720 is the best video you can have for 1989.
Yeah.
Are you trying to say something about me? The magnesium version is just lighter. Look for the USA made version. That's on the saws.
Tan, have a great night. We totally understand. He has to go to sleep early morning tomorrow.
Gotta pee in one of the water jet cutters. Oh, that's cool. I love those things.
Peter Fondue. Oh, sorry, that was cheesy. Nice, Rodney. Yes. Way back in the days, they used to insulate the walls with wadded up newspaper. Yes, we have found some interesting newspaper.
Yeah. Don't worry about being cheesy. I'm the king of cheese around here. I heard a good one today, which was that the foot, the big toe on the foot should be called the foot thumb. And then we all agreed to it, and I asked my thumb what it thought about that, and it was opposed. Opposed. Is it opposable thumb?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Anyway, back to our regularly scheduled programming.
Modern DIY Project says, at Amos, when I did a bathroom remodel a few years back, I closed a wall and left my goggles inside the wall
I've done that.
Didn't remember until it was too late. Someone will find those one day.
I left safety glasses in a wall one time.
That is totally something I would do, but it would be something like my car keys or my ATM card. Like, if it's ridiculous and definitely facepalm moment, I would do it. So, yeah. Joshua's asking, hey Bear, if you put Hercules drill in Milwaukee drill, will Hercules keep up with Milwaukee?
Hercules will keep up with Milwaukee as far in the lower end as far as like the brushed Milwaukees. The brushless Milwaukees, and basically anything under $150, the Hercules will keep up with. But once you get into the $175, $200 tools and above, there's just too much tech in that for the Hercules, the current Hercules tools to keep up with. Hope you don't find any asbestos. No, yeah, tell me about it. One of the things we're lucky about, there was no drop ceilings. There's none of that kind of insulation or anything.
It's all rock.
Yeah, there's no insulation because the house is the walls are a foot and a half thick river. Hold it, we got on camera. 1.5 foot thick river stone. So it keeps the cold out in the winter and the heat out in the summer. It's really nice. But it makes the inside a lot smaller than you would think it would be.
Yeah.
Don't give up your day job. I have a day job? Oh.
It's just being amazing and doing tools.
I have seen newspaper insulation. I did a house in Indianapolis where the walls were all old newspaper.
Oh, did you see what it said, though? Oh, sorry. I thought you were reading Zachary's. Zachary says, I found a magazine in my bathroom wall which talked about how the 40-year-old company called Sears and Roebuck Company might possibly become the next big retailer in America and to invest in it.
Well, you got to say they were right on that one, weren't they? They called that. We need some Hercules brushless tools. I'm thinking end of this year, probably first quarter next year. Some states you can title license the Japanese mini trucks. You can in Montana, not Montana. Well, yeah, you can in Montana here, but you can also. I've seen them on the road with licenses here in Vegas. They had a chicken coop that was insulated that way.
I just keep thinking that's kindling. Like, why put kindling
in
in your walls? But
well, the best insulation is air, and that's what
Yep.
it does. Is it traps?
I mean,
air
I get
pockets.
it, but I'm just saying in my mind, that's where I keep going. Like, I'm gonna burn my house down.
No, when the main house was built, no, asbestos was not a thing. But the add-on, I think even the add-on predates most installations of asbestos.
When was asbestos used?
Mostly, I think it was the 40s and 50s.
Okay, because I want to say the 60s is when the add-on.
The 20s was in the add-on.
Oh.
They revamped it since then, but it was done originally in the 20s.
Oh, okay.
Because the main part, there was a main part, then they had the mudroom and stuff that was added on the back.
Okay.
I know more about her house than she does.
Some things.
You're saying?
I'm saying.
Hey!
I'm gonna take over.
You took it away. Where's the soda?
It's,
take it?
No, the children need to bring a new one.
Hello, dog. Come here. Come on. Oh, she's... Hi.
So, Ronald Smith says, have you decided on what kind of flooring to put in? Because I hear the Labrador on the laminate you have now, and it sounds like it might be a good idea. So, most of it has hardwood, original...
Get up. Hi, look at this teeth.
original hardwood.
Oh!
Yeah, knocking over drinks. That's our ferocious Labrador.
Oh, it's all wet.
Ew! I don't like dog slobber. So I don't think we're gonna put any new flooring in.
No,
I mean, we did it in the kitchen.
we've redone the floors already. So we've got a combination of linoleum and laminate in the kitchen, and the laminate's been sealed. There's a waterproofing you can put as almost like a caulking between the tongue and groove to seal it. That's why it's in the kitchen, because also the laundry area is in the kitchen. And then in the rest of the house, it had still good solid wood floors. So we did the floors year before last, and had them all sanded them all down and resealed them and everything. The floors are in great shape. So we've got rugs that we're putting down over all of that stuff, so we don't have to worry about that. And as I said, they've got polyurethane over them, so even if she does scratch with the claws, there's not enough room for her to get up to speed in that house. That's not really an issue. There's no room for running. There's
no long stretches.
It's a 2-bedroom house, and it is tiny. You've got the main room. I should do a floor plan. If you watch my video, there isn't really a floor plan on that. It kind of gives you a base outline. But there's the main room. There's a bedroom here. There's a bedroom here. There's a little tiny office off to the side. And then there's the kitchen area, and then the mudroom, and that's it. So, and then the downstairs. It's not the kind of place where you want to stay. That's why she's like, we should spend the winter there. I'm like, it's a really small house for 5 people to spend the 7 months cooped up in the winter. But yeah, that's the nice thing there is we spend so little time indoors.
Yeah, the kids are off having adventures. I think we missed something from David. Do you think that when the Hercules brushless stuff comes out, do you think the non-brushless will come down in price?
A little bit.
Tech Gorilla, it says, Mrs. Gorilla wants the background on the tats for each of you.
Is this the one where you show all your tats?
No.
Well, tell yours.
So these are swallows. And it's funny because I sort of forget that I have tattoos. And so I am a big tattoo nerd. I like the history of tattoos. There's a really great book out called, I forgot what it is, but it's basically women in tattoos. Book? No, I want to say it's like
Tattoos for Nerds.
I'll look up the name of it. It's anyways. So sailors often got swallow tattoos for the distance that they traveled, and so I did a fair amount of traveling when I was younger, and so that's where that comes from. I have the Ohm symbol. I don't know how on one of my wrists, and then I have the Staff of Hermes on this one, which is kind of hard.
She's also a medical nerd.
Yeah. So, and then I have a big tattoo on my back. It's a phoenix that's rising out of flames. And that's sort of like the rebirth. Most people that know phoenixes rise from the ashes. And so it's sort of a reminder that no matter what happens in life, that, good stuff comes from it. So it's sort of a rebirth tattoo. And I think that's all of them, right? Yes, I think so.
I think so.
Like I said, I kind of forget that I have them.
Soda isn't keto. There's no carbs in soda.
They said for each of you, so they want your story.
They want mine?
Yes.
Like she talked about travel. I've traveled a lot, and I also sail. I love to be on the ocean, and I love turning off an engine and having the wind catch the sails, and just it's the ultimate. It's the ultimate form of travel because gas is unlimited. And so these
Good night, DR Falcon. Sorry.
Good night. Hope your wife is doing good. We'll keep her in our prayers. So these are the compass rose. It's a directional thing you see on an old school map. On my left leg, I've got Samoan tattoos, and the Samoan culture was big into it was the first culture where being an explorer was like considered a legitimate part of society. Where a lot of cultures had explorers, but they were often considered to be like the outcasts or the people who kind of went off and did their own thing. Whereas in the Samoans, they get in a canoe and they be like, "I'm going this way."
Okay.
Oh.
Hi, Bears.
Griff, come here.
Do your loudest
roar. That's pretty good.
Okay, good job. Sorry. Night to
Night,
Vinny. Night to PJ Kentucky. I think that was it. People were going good night. Carson's Exploring Channel. Hello.
Oh, Carson's Exploring Channel.
Yes,
hey.
thank you so much. Sorry.
Then any knowledge of who makes Menards power line? I do. It's some miscellaneous Chinese company. A lot of people think it's like Hitachi or somebody. It's not. I found out who it was. I can't pronounce the name. It's just some generic Chinese factory that makes power tools for a bunch of different people.
Hi, Bella.
Hi, Bells. Come on. Go get your speaker. Then on this arm, I've got my 2A rights, keep and bear. And then on my other arm is my religious tattoo. So I can never get that one in camera.
Maybe we'll take pictures.
Oh, yeah, I should take pictures. And it's a It's a cross, a heart, and an anchor. And the anchor and cross are all one, and the heart is a rope going around it. It's a Christian faith. It's faith, hope, and charity.
Yeah.
And it's and I like the design being oceanic also. And then what else have I got? So I've got those two, the leg. Oh, and then I've got a phoenix on my leg. Mm-hmm. So, and that for me is not a symbol of rebirth. It's literally a symbol of phoenix. For those of you who don't know, I grew up in the Midwest. I grew up mostly I was an Army brat. I traveled all over. I've got family all over, but both sides of my family are from the Midwest, mainly in the Iowa area. Everything from the Quad Cities over to Omaha, up to Emmitsburg, down into Missouri. We got some in Minnesota and Wisconsin, all over the Midwest. But when my parents divorced when I was young, my whole father's side of the family up and moved to Phoenix. And I used to spend my summers going to Phoenix. And I can remember as a kid, looking forward that final, everyone else is looking forward to just getting out of school. And I'm looking forward to that trip to Phoenix to go out and, something about the West, the far West has always appealed to me. And I got lucky. My grandparents used to, for more than half the time, I did fly sometimes by myself. Back when, kids could do that. And, they'd take us up to the cockpit. And I remember one pilot letting me touch the controls. I remember thinking it was the weirdest thing.
I just remember getting wings. I thought that was super cool.
Yeah, the wings were cool. I never had one of them ask me if I liked gladiator movies, though. Timmy, do you like gladiator movies? Anyway, bonus points if you know what that's from. But my grandparents were big into RVs, and they did a lot of square dancing, and they'd travel the American West going to square dancing things, and a lot of times they would drive out, pick me up, and I got to drive through seeing all of the Western U.S., sometimes we'd go the northern route. Sometimes we'd go straight through Colorado. Sometimes we'd go down through Texas and New Mexico. And that's where a lot of my wanderlust comes from, is all that travel. And so Phoenix has always been, kind of a symbol of, almost like escapism, getting away from the normal Midwest kind of thing and going to a place that seemed really, magical and amazing for me. So, yeah. Go Hawks. That's right, Joe.
Landon Ashby, congratulations and good luck with your doctor's appointment. You're weighing in 2 weeks.
Oh, good luck.
And I know you're saying that soda is not keto. I think everybody's got to figure out, what works for them. And we do diet soda. It's not amazing. It's not like a health drink.
No.
We recognize that. And I think apparently I can't speak today. All day I have been stumbling over my words, but
well, the other thing is I have a touch, I don't really talk about it a lot. I have a touch of narcolepsy. It's real borderline kind of stuff, but it has issues with focus and such. And the simplest way to fight stuff like that is with caffeine. So it's just my mechanism for getting caffeine in my body.
Okay. I can't drink coffee.
Yeah.
And you don't drink it. And Techrilla, yes, tell the missus that I have heard of Zevia. I find it to be cost prohibitive.
The sweetener?
No, Zevia is a drink. It's like a 0 calorie drink. It is supposed to be better in many ways, but we probably can't afford it. I have not seen it at a really great price, but I have heard that it's supposed to be awesome. Yes, aspartame is what it is.
Yep.
So yeah.
I've given up so much other stuff. I don't drink like I used to, I'll be honest, I used to drink a lot of whiskey. It's part of the culture I grew up with. I was a moonshiner. I have a best-selling book on moonshine, and there's you go out and you hang out with people, and people are buying you drinks, and next thing you know, and I pretty much given that all up. I can't remember the last time I had a drink. I had a beer, and I didn't feel guilty about the beer. We were at a Mexican restaurant, and I ordered a beer, and then realized that it has carbs in it, and I shouldn't be drinking it. So
That's all right. Nobody's perfect, and everybody has to find out what works for them. And so, yeah, that's our thing. We're not experts. We're experts at being us, and we are taking you along on the journey and enjoying that you guys are coming with us.
Experts at being us.
We are experts at being us.
Stop licking me, dog.
I'm glad you included dog. Otherwise,
That was an expert.
Joe Smith grew up in a town in Iowa where the ending of the movie Twister was made, and as a kid once played baseball on a Field of Dreams field, and has been most of the bridges of I've been to the bridges of Madison County. I've got pictures of me there, and I cannot watch that movie Field of Dreams because I just start crying.
it gets
It's
very.
sand in my eyes.
I'm like,
really
allergies
badly.
come on really bad.
The part where they say, "Is this heaven?" He's like, "No, it's Iowa." I'm done. Just done. I can't handle it. I started tearing up when we were driving in the RV through the Rockies. Mm-hmm. And the Beatles came on, which I used to listen to the Beatles. That was a big thing as we drive through all the back roads and stuff, listening to old classic rock. Because you got to realize Iowa is 20, 30 years behind everyone else. So I grew up in the 70s and 80s there, and that's the 50s and 60s everywhere else. And I had just the most emotional flashbacks about bringing my kids back. I'm getting verklempt just thinking about it, but about bringing my kids back to the area where I grew up. It was really emotional for me.
Yeah.
And we didn't even make it to Iowa. We were just in Nebraska.
Yes. Oh, two things.
And I used to live in Nebraska too, so.
Yes.
Which is now, by the way, if you have a moment to say a prayer for the people in Nebraska and what they've been going through with the floods and stuff, please do. It's the worst flooding in, I think, recorded history. It's just absolutely devastating what's happened in that state.
Yeah. Toolhead 147. I have not tried Orgain organic protein shakes. I will look at what's going on in there. I have seen it a ton. I just haven't personally tried it. So it's nice to hear that you like chocolate. I'm a big fan of chocolate. And when you were talking about how you got really emotional, I felt that way last year. Eleanor caught her first fish at the place where I caught my first fish, which was in Livingston. Thankfully, we didn't make it throw up, which is what happened with my fish.
I didn't know fish could throw up.
Well, if your dad has really, really big hands and he's trying to get the hook out to release it and you squeeze it too hard, they throw up. Anyways, so I seriously felt like I was going to bawl my eyes out. So, stevia is a sugar substitute. Yes. I actually have some stevia. I have experimented with that. I'm definitely, I'm not an expert in keto. There's lots of things that I'm still figuring out. And, but thank you. I super appreciate it. And I have not experienced it to be bitter. Maybe it's the way that I've used it. I don't drink it like in coffee or tea. And yeah, but thank you so much. Joe Smith was really in 2 TV commercials in college. I think that I would like to see those. That sounds cool.
I would like to see that. I think the picture with Elle catching the fish is on your phone. I was trying to look it up.
Okay. Yeah, I think I have a picture. I'll see if I can find it. Yes, Tech Gorilla. I have heard great things about monk fruit as well. Basically, I'm a big proponent of trying to use what we have in our house, and I do a lot of couponing, I think, as some of you know. So I found a ginormous bag of stevia that I had bought for
we're so happy.
$2 or $4 or something. And we're getting that's weird. The camera seems to be having some issues with focusing, so I apologize.
It's my fault for leaning forward and backwards.
That's right. And I have to get new glasses. They're kind of scratchy, so it's sort of like, can I see, or is the world going to be blurry?
It's a little both.
Yeah.
Excuse me. Maltodextrin. I was like, what is that word?
Where are you seeing that?
Tech Gorilla maltodextrin right there. See right?
No, I don't.
You maltodextrin.
Oh.
Maltodextrin. Don't mind me.
This will be his last live stream with us. There's going to be an accident later.
I don't do politically correct well, if you may have noticed.
So, okay, Toolhead 147, mix or gain with raw maca and almond milk and half a banana.
Raw maca, isn't that a dance?
I can't take you anywhere.
Okay, no.
Yep.
I'm not allowed in public.
I'm why we don't have nice things. I just can't take in public. And Rodney's wife is from Des Moines.
Oh, that's cool. And he sucked her down to Branson. Poor woman.
Tech Gorilla, I totally understand what you're saying about maltodextrin. I believe it depends on different brands have different things.
She was in Des Moines, but has lived in Branson since 1979. I was in Des Moines in 1979. Up until 1970. I moved out of Des Moines in 82, I think it was. Like spinning coasters in Branson. Oh, jeez, yeah. Cornhole, the family reunion this summer.
Wait, whose
I'm more of
family
a-
reunion
I
are
don't
we
know.
crashing?
But you know what? I'm more of a bocce fan, to be honest.
That would be really fun.
Playing bocce?
No, our son played bocce today.
Hey, I played
Yeah.
bocce today.
He almost got invited to a bocce tournament. Apparently, he's good. Who knew? He's 7.
Any sport you can play while holding a beer is a good sport.
Yes, he made friends. It was awesome. But no, my thought was if people have summer, if people had family reunions, we could crash them like wedding crashers.
On the way
as
up? That would be
on the way up
awesome.
or on the way back. My thought is when we go up, it's going to be like the first
We
week
don't
of
have
June,
many
so-
fans who are like in eastern Idaho or in Utah or western Colorado or anything like that. Hold on. David Graham asked a question that really you shouldn't have to ask this. Am I a baseball fan? I'm a moderate fan. I'm not. I used to be, like when I was a kid. When I was the Cubs age, I was all into box scores, the whole 9 yards. But what's my favorite team? Really? You're asking me what my favorite team is?
It's the A's, okay?
It's not
That's
the
his
A's.
favorite team. It's the A's. Oh, wait,
It's the
that's
Cubs.
my favorite team.
It's gotta be. Always has been. Always will be. The Cubbies.
Yeah.
I talk about tearing up when they won the World Series.
I was going to say,
I was so proud of them.
I thought you might, like,
I
take off
was-
your shirt and, like, run around the neighborhood and scream
I was
and,
beside
like,
myself.
have some tools. Yeah.
At Denton Tools, did I go to high school there? No, I went to junior high, and I just started high school at Roosevelt, and we moved to Omaha. Well, Millard, which is western Omaha, and I went to Millard North.
Brandon.
A's are
Yay,
winning
the
today.
A's are winning. I know, he's a Giants fan, but, you know, it's okay. We
I-
can still be
I-
friends.
I'm an A's fan because she is, and because living in the Bay Area and Oakland specifically, taking the kids, going, you know, you don't take the family to a Giants game unless you got a bunch of money.
Yeah, that's really kind of
But you can go to an A's game on Wednesday nights and get dollar dogs and dollar beers. That's a
and
good time.
watch an amazing team
Who?
full of awesomeness.
Oh, you mean when the Cubs are there playing?
You mean... Okay.
Yeah, I'm voting for the Cubs too. I have a Cubs jacket.
I'm disowning
Warning, you might be getting a prototype to test within the year. I love
saw that.
prototypes. I love testing new stuff. I'm an inventor at heart, so I love any kind of gadgets and building stuff.
Modern DIY says the Cubs, not the Bears. Really?
Oh, when it comes to football, I'm a Bears fan too. When I was 7, I got my first toy football helmet. It was Bears. I met Walter Payton. I had lunch with him. I wasn't sitting at the same table. I was sitting at the table next to him, but it's the same.
You were in the same room.
It was the same table. It was like one of those kind of breakfast places where there's a divider that goes down the center and they can pull the divider out so everyone's sharing the same table. So I was technically at the same table as Walter Payton. Just because they had a divider between us. We don't let that come between our relationship. I'm sitting there having breakfast with a buddy of mine, and I hear this guy who sounds like Mike Tyson, but is much smaller. And I'm like, I'm in Chicago with this guy who sounds like Mike Tyson. I'm like, and I turn to the waitress. I'm like, is that? She's like, yes, but comes here all the time. We just all leave him alone. I'm like, uh-huh. Anyway, I don't often get like, starstruck. And I try to let people, have their own lives and stuff. But Walter Payton was, I've been a fan of him since I was 6 or 7, something young.
Yeah.
Both Bay Area teams have gotten pretty cheap.
That's good.
That's good.
I mean, I'm
not that I'm there anymore.
No, we're not there anymore. But I think the more affordable you can make it for people to go and enjoy it, yeah, I think that's awesome. Just my opinion.
Diviner, what diviner? Stop licking me.
She wants to love you and be in the video.
I love you too. Come here. Come. Hi.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you're a good hound, aren't you? Oh, she's a good hound. Who's a good hound?
She's like, I'm trying to be in the video.
It's like, you guys do this every Saturday night. No one pays attention to me, and I'm unloved. Oh, I'm going to get that tongue, and I'm going to pull it out, and I'm going to tie it in a knot.
Rodney, yes.
Sorry.
A's games via BART. Stop at
Yes.
Center Field. $2 bleacher seats. Yep.
Yep.
And Brandon, I'm sure BART is more expensive than baseball tickets now.
Oh, jeez.
Yep.
And you don't know what you're sitting in. Can I have a drink?
Nope.
Please? Oh, I was like, where is it?
I was holding
I don't
it.
even know where you kept it.
Edwin wants to know, what's your opinion on the Pittsburgh long handle wrenches?
Oh, I love all the Pittsburgh stuff. For the money, it's hard to beat. It may not have the same level of fit and finish as everything else, but it does it turn a bolt? Yeah. Is it going to break? No, unless you put a cheater on it. And if it does, it's got a lifetime warranty. And unlike every other store that allegedly has a lifetime warranty, you don't ever have a hassle at Harbor. Well, I mean, okay, sure, the 1 in 1,000 is going to have a hassle because they get somebody on a bad day. But you walk in, you go, it broke. You sit on the counter, you go get another one, and you're out in less than 5 minutes. That's why I love these people like, Snap-on, it'll last you a lifetime. Well, you paid $400 for a wrench, damn well better. But I could buy a new wrench every single year and spend a third of that. Anyway, that's one of my rants and my triggers. So, if I'm going to spend big money, it's going to be on SK tools. I like SK. They're 100% American made, and they're not nearly as expensive as something like Snap-on and stuff, and they make some great stuff. So, anyway.
Griffin, you need to pay attention when you're eating, otherwise Bella will liberate your snack.
$15 now on SF BART round trip. Yeah.
Yep.
When I lived there, I did a lot of BART riding. I did a lot of Muni riding. Oh, I'm glad not to be
wash your hands.
on public transit.
I love public transit.
You're a hippie. And I married a hippie. Mm-hmm. Have the Pittsburgh ratcheting. Love them. Haven't broken one yet. I've broken a Husky though. Will we see a Harbor Freight Jaw Horse? Yeah, I published pictures of it back in November.
I was gonna say, I thought that there had been one.
When is it going to be out? Probably this summer. Hopefully, we're going to start seeing a lot more SK Tools on the channel. I had a chat with them. It was about 2 weeks ago, and they decide that they're doing some background stuff on the channel, trying to see if we fit with where they're going and stuff. And I have high hopes because some people like to spend a little bit more to get a little bit better quality, but I can't justify and recommend the kind of prices like Snap-on or Mac. And I have a few Snap-on, I have a few Mac tools, but they're all stuff that I inherited or picked up at garage sales or stuff like that. I would never buy them new. But SK, the company that owns them, has made such commitment to 100% American made in the Midwest even. I gotta support that. If it's not that much more, and the street price on SK Tools really isn't that bad, considering what you're getting. All right.
Brandon asks if we notice a lot of Californians moving to Vegas. I think Californians, Southern
Besides us?
Californians, have been moving to Vegas for a while.
There's a huge issue with Californians moving to Vegas. They have a real problem with people from California moving here to escape California prices and all the government imposed stuff. They move here and then they vote for the same California style, not just California style, California supported politicians. There are these political nonprofits that push these agendas in California that then follow follow these people over here and then try to get those same the same policies passed here. And it's ridiculous. I'm like, that's what drove you out of Southern California or any of California was the prices and the cost and everything that was imposed by these policies. And now you want to bring those policies with you? It's like a rat trying to escape a house where a bunch of poison traps have been set and moving to a new house and going, well, we have to leave space for the poison traps to get set up. Sorry. Another trigger issue.
Scorpion Sunday said, I want to buy the Snap-on 3/8 digital torque wrench.
Hold on. Wait, let's come back. Rodney just asked something real quick about the...
Sorry, Rodney. Hang on. Since I'm older than
Oh, you gotta
should I
watch
educate-
Willie Mays.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Sorry. Yeah, I've seen his statue. I never got to see him play. I want to buy the Snap-on 3/8 digital torque wrench. Yeah. Or you can buy a car or a house. The... Cobalt has a decent priced digital wrench, and what's the one at Harbor Freight? Is it Quantum or not? It's the one that gives it the Q. It's not the. It's above Pittsburgh Pro, but below Icon.
There's no Q.
I think it starts with a Q. I could be wrong. What's the blue one? The new. Anyway, they're coming out with a digital torque wrench. They got the digital adapter. I think with the Bears following, Dennis could start up petition, change it, convert the USA. I am all for that. Convert. I'm sorry, but Imperial is stupid. These people who think that Imperial is like the real American way to do it, there's nothing American about Imperial. That came over from England and all that stuff. It's 12 inches in a foot. I'm frothing at the mouth. I'm so 12. How does that make sense? Why is it not all base 10? We get 10 fingers and toes. Why don't we do base 10? That's what the metric system is. It's base 10 on everything. Everything goes 10, 10, 10.
Okay.
Just move a decimal.
Go
Don't
down in flames
understand.
about like Common Core math. It's all gonna go
I am
crazy.
there as far as the metric conversion. I've done a lot of stuff with scientific measuring, with XYZ machines, 3D printing, CNC. And that's all metric. And once you get a good foundation in metric, you never want to go back. Oh, that is nasty, dog. Did you slobber this whole thing?
Nope. Nope.
Ooh,
Nope.
Kiss it. Kiss it.
You are.
I'll get divorced. That is so nasty.
Yep. Or I'll use your tools. Can you pick it up? Whatever it is.
Just leave it alone.
Okay.
I'm so scared of it.
They're moving to Phoenix. Seen a bunch here in KC lately.
Who's
And
moving to
Boise.
Phoenix?
No, Californians. They're
Oh,
moving,
they're moving to Phoenix. Yeah,
Phoenix, to
Well,
Boise.
they're bailing out of California like a
Branson.
sinking ship. And of course, wherever they go, they want to take those same sinking ship policies with them.
in Arizona. Loves something. Okay.
I think there should be like a cooling off period. Like, sorry, but you have to wait 10 years before you can vote. And I'm the one that moved. I'd be happy to do that along with everyone else so that they can't do that crime.
Robert says, loves SK, never broke SK sockets, good as Snap-on. Icon from Harbor.
The Icon is great, but that's not what I'm talking about.
The 3/8 impact drive
Quinn.
came...
It's Quinn.
Yes. Yes, thank you, the Bolins. And the 3/8 impact drive came out at Harbor Freight before the reset at Bauer. You're going to take over?
No, just for a second. Hold on, I'm trying to see if I've got something here. I had... Because somebody else had just been asking about this, and I looked it up for them.
Hey, Mom and Dad.
Hey, Elle, we're live streaming, honey.
I have a question. Can I bring over lightning to show the whole fam?
It'd be really bright for lightning. Lightning is our crested gecko. And that would be kind of...
Oh, I don't. I had a
bright in the
picture of it.
eyeballs.
I mean, I've got it somewhere. I don't
Just
know where it
not
is. I don't have it readily available.
Easily accessible.
Yeah. Sorry. Here's, you can get that mouse back.
Okay, thanks. Are you stealing my
I'm
chapstick?
just gonna put it down so you don't lose it.
I'm fine.
But anyway, Quinn is at the same time when I got the information about the Harbor Freight, what is it, the clamp sawhorse thingy, at that same their November show, they released pictures of the Quinn digital torque wrench, so that should be out soon too. Have you ever been to Moab, Utah? I've been to Moab, Utah, but we did not go up into like all the hills and stuff around there.
Landon Ashby, $20 Dodger dogs. I'm assuming that's
Oh
a
my
food thing.
gosh,
Wow.
that's ridiculous.
Yeah,
Yeah, Texas is in danger of going blue. I wonder why. Yeah, wonder what it could be.
It's all about dividing everything into hundreds. No Republicans even make the ballot in California. One-party system.
Well, yeah, they changed it so that the top 2 vote getters in the primary get put on the final ballot, and so the Democrats just control the primaries, and so you never even get a choice of a Republican. And I'm not a Republican. I'm a centrist. So
Easy for your drain to get around. What? Did I? Brain. Easy for your brain to... Okay. When someone tells me to measure to within 5/64ths of an inch, I'm like, what?
yeah. You can't just tell me how many millimeters it is.
Did you go to Vegas RFC Robotics?
FRC. No, we
Yes.
did not. And I got the update on it, but we had a project going on that day and couldn't get away. I was bummed.
Joe Smith likes Dan. How do I say that?
Danaher.
Danaher. Hand tools from 1990 to 2000. Some were made in Joe Smith's town. Cool.
Some howdy from the great. Where'd I go?
From
Great
the
Republic of Texas.
I'm doing metric completely. 3D printing does that.
Yep.
Cool. Just picked up the 3-drawer Husky toolbox for $50 today. It appears to be a good value.
Yeah.
They sell their house and pay cash for one here and a bunch of cash in bank left over.
Yep. I had friends who did that. They moved from California to Georgia and did that. Of course, they were originally from Georgia, so.
It's less of a, yeah.
Yeah.
PCB Design does that also. Shadows Edge. I'm a
That's
centrist.
printed circuit board.
Okay.
PCB, little green boards with circuits on them.
Amos is a centrist.
Yes. As I like to say, I'm a radical centrist or an extreme moderate. I'm pro. Scorpion says he's pro Second Amendment. I'm not pro Second Amendment at all.
Amos is pro-Constitution.
Yeah, you gotta see, if you come to Vegas, you gotta go see Penn and Teller. And Penn is about as liberal as you can get, but he's a constitutionalist, and they will sell you a metal plate Bill of Rights, and the line, they have it in the gift shop, and the line, it's business card size. And the line is, you can have it in your pocket when you go through the metal detector at the airport, so you can set off the metal detector with the Bill of Rights. Anyway.
Yep. Penn is a libertarian.
Yeah, he's a libertarian in so much as how government should happen. Personally, he's extremely liberal. Extremely, extremely liberal. But he also understands that, like, as he says, if you wouldn't trust the DMV to do something... Oh, sorry. Probably because I'm too far away. Probably because someone's pushing me away.
Whatever.
You're trying to take over my show.
That's
I
right.
see. You took over my other channel. Now you're trying to take over this one.
Yep,
Really?
that's right. Everyone wants tool advice from me.
Yeah, it's tool
Yeah.
advice they want. You're just prettier than I am, is what you think.
I just checked keto.
You don't understand.
Yeah.
I got
just
the
flip your
locks.
hair. I love you.
Thank you. Anyway, yeah. As he says, it's like trusting the government is like trusting the DMV. If you wouldn't trust the DMV to do something, then you should ask the government to do it. So he's a libertarian by necessity. Beer was $6.25. Hot dog was $6.50. That's not too bad for a baseball game these days. Penn and Teller gets killed. It's a great movie. Far pretty. Thank you very much.
I know. It's they're just telling it like it is. You are far prettier than me.
I mean, liberal conservative, which means I want small government to be left alone. Yeah, pretty much. It's like, I'm a person of faith and I'm a Christian, but I don't want the government telling me what my faith, what type of faith I should have. Like, oh, I'm sorry, your interpretation of the scriptures on the, what Joseph said at Arimathea is wrong, so jail for you.
The DIY.
And look at the tool she married.
He's all mine. Modern DIY Project says when you go to Vegas, you have to visit the range where you can shoot machine guns, which we did.
Really? I would never have thought of doing that. Don't hit me again and again and again. Into arm. Why'd you hit me into arm?
Rodney was saying they should have a 24-hour news channel that only reports good news, people who help people who overcome disabilities, etc. I think there's a couple of those.
They'd go out of business too soon.
Yeah. Have you ever been to Colorado planning to move? Oh, wow.
Yeah, I've been all over Colorado.
That's not going to translate well.
Hold on. I don't know if you can see this.
The glare's going
to... I know, I'm turning it so the glare isn't as bad. Yeah, there we go. That's her shooting a... What are you shooting there? An MP5. Full auto. So, yeah,
Edwin...
I want to go back and do the minigun.
It was fun. Edwin James says, have you ever been to Colorado? Planning on moving to North Denver in a couple of weeks.
We drove through North Denver 2 years ago.
Yeah, we have both been to Colorado a couple times. They said the latest Powerball winner could buy 350 hot dogs for every person at a Brewers game. Wow.
I have not spent enough time in Denver itself to really say what the city's like. I can tell you that I do love Colorado. It's a beautiful, beautiful state. And, we used to go up to Estes Park all the time. I've been down to Colorado Springs a bunch, over to Durango, Silverado. It's a beautiful state. We were in, was it Grand, where's the place we spent the night in Western Colorado?
Oh. Not Grand Junction. No.
Yeah, Grand Junction. We're in Grand Junction. Anyway, go ahead.
Good night, Diverse Flips.
Good night.
Sorry.
Take care.
So, yes, we were Grand Junction.
Andrew, hey, how's it going?
And Techrilla says, I'm all about getting out of my life, my wallet, my backyard. I have personal responsibility. I'm not afraid to use it. Hey, 404.
Outcast Garage, how's it going?
How much does gas cost a gallon where you live? I want to say it's like...
You just put gas in the truck.
I did. I think it was like $2.64. I got it at Costco, so it was cheaper. Hey, Outcast Garage. I know you just said hey.
Hi. Oh.
April says, oh, that's what was making the bang bang noises.
Hey, be sure to check out Outcast Garage's channel. He's got some good stuff on there. Sorry, getting mauled by a labradog.
William Logan got the pleasure several times of shooting a Barrett 50 semi. That was my friend. My friend is a thrill.
golf carts. You put a Predator 670 in it. That would be a fun swap to do. That's a good idea. That would be a great video. Yes, they are.
Ooh, Craft Brewers Conference.
Where?
JR says, I'll be in Denver for a week on the 8th of April for a Craft Brewers. Don't they do like hops or something? It's a farmer, right? You're a farmer, right? I believe.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
I know what you're talking about.
Yep.
Colorado is a beautiful state, but has the same politics. And you know what? That's the thing with California. It's a gorgeous state. It's just the people who live there. It's the problem.
Scorpion Sunday, have a good night. I totally understand 3 a.m. does come early.
Yeah, good night.
Outcast Garage, yay! Finally off on a weekend.
Woo! Did you want a paw? I got one.
No, I'm good. I thought you were going to try to give me a tongue.
Oh! I had her back paw. She got scared. She thought Daddy was going to eat her.
Like,
Griffin, you're going to get hurt. You're going to get hurt. She's in crazy
Home
mode.
Depot. Home Depot sells some Klein hand tools.
Do they really?
That's cool. Somebody was talking about, several people were talking about their love of Klein last
Yeah,
week.
Klein makes some good tools. They're pricey, but they're good.
They had a piece on the news where they were setting up for fracking 100 yards from a school in Colorado. That's not going to end well. $3.50 a gallon in California.
Oh, it's
Carson's
more than that where I just was.
Channel. Yeah.
I was in Southern California. It was $4.25.
$3.20 at Costco in Cali. Why is a career politician end up with multimillionaires on average salary of $150,000?
Yeah, that's... I am a big one for term limits.
Modern DIY Project says gas is currently $3.80. That is one of my favorite things when we go back to Montana is that gas is so much cheaper.
Yeah. I can't believe it's middle of nowhere and gas is cheaper.
Yes, I was pretty sure that you were a hop grower, but then I thought maybe it wasn't common knowledge, so I was trying to out you. What?
It's not like medical 420. Growing hops is legal. I
Yes,
think.
dear.
Hickok 45. Yeah, he's fun to watch. I haven't watched him in a long time, though.
Cheap regular. What is this?
Joe Smith has a Blueprint 430 with a stroker. Yeah, that would be nice. I don't know if it would go well in a golf cart, but maybe in like a Nova or something.
Looks like $4 in California, $2.60 in Massachusetts. Grow both for macro and microbreweries. $2.50 in Atlanta.
Nice.
Woohoo! David Grahamwood says, please do a video series of doing a 670 swap on a golf cart. That would be fun.
That would be fun. Do a lift job on it.
Gas is $2.75 in Florida. $2.20 in Texas. Tech Gorilla was subbing for Outcast Garage.
Yeah, he's done some great stuff lately. And I love the new intros, man. That's great. Very, very, Mr. Rogers in the last one. He goes walking in, hey, how you doing? I love that.
Toolhead 147. I totally understand. You got to keep promises to your wife, especially about coffee. I mean, you know, you want to stay married and alive.
Yep.
So have a good night. Definitely go get her coffee. And I'm trying to catch up.
$5 a gallon, Dominican Republic.
Yeah.
Demolition Ranch. We watched Demo Ranch and Off the Ranch.
Yep.
The little girl likes to watch Vet Ranch.
Yes.
She wants to be a veterinarian.
Yes. Somebody's wife is a... Oh.
One of our
Yep.
subscribers.
Somebody's asked...
Serving in the government should be like draft duty or draft or jury duty. I have said the same thing for years. That people should have to pass like an aptitude test, and then they get put on, you know, if you can pass a certain level of understanding, and that you should get put into certain draft numbers, and you should do one term and done.
Yeah. It's, Andrew says, big thanks to both of you for communicating with your fans. Well, it goes both ways.
Yeah.
we appreciate
The
that
channel's
you
here
guys-
because of the
yeah,
fans.
Yeah,
We're just the people, the dancing monkeys who
Yep.
keep it going.
And I'm trying to catch up, but I also want to make sure that our mods are amazing, and we really
Yes.
appreciate each and every
you.
one of you.
Toolhead's taking off. Good night, Toolhead.
Good night.
But thank you so much to all of our mods who stick around all night and do this. We really appreciate it, and you guys are amazing. I know we go later on most nights. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do 4
Okay.
hours tonight.
Okay.
So I think we're probably going to do a cut off at 3 hours here tonight because I'm not feeling great. I feel like I'm coming down with something. What did you?
The poison is finally working. It's excellent. I mean,
I think you
don't
just
know.
didn't give me enough. I'm used to a higher level of nitrates in my food.
Nice. Anthony is talking blasphemy about taking my Jeep
To Moab?
when you go to Moab.
Wait till you see the lights. I had yet another off-road light company contact me. This thing is going to look like... Have you ever seen, what is it, Close Encounters where the light glowing discs come in? It's going to be like that.
Yeah. You will not miss me. Joe Smith says, what do you think about women being added to the draft?
I'm fine with it. I think women, can serve just as well as men. I was born at Cape Olive in Stoneham, Marlborough, Worcester. Wow.
Cool.
You can do fine without a Jeep. Yeah, but we've got a Trailhawk, so we got to put it to the test.
Wow.
I'm not taking my Ram out there, that's for sure.
Rakita Law just finished a 24-hour live stream. We need to up our game.
Yeah.
24. The kids are always saying, "Can we do the 24-hour?" What is the one where they?
Any of it, all the 24-hour challenges.
They want to do the one where they're in a box for 24 hours and
Or they
hiding
hide out overnight
in Costco.
in,
Yeah.
No, it's say yes to everything.
a hunk of Swiss that you don't get anymore.
Yep. Tech Gorilla, I'm telling you, I love Swiss cheese too. I also love Munster, which don't give me side eye.
I like Swiss.
Don't give me side eye.
I also like blue cheese, which she hates.
Yeah. No. Mm-mm.
Have I tested the new Milwaukee Carbide Matrix number 2 Phillips tips? No, I have not. I have heard about them, and they're Milwaukee's doing a huge push right now with trying to reach out with different YouTubers and stuff, and trying to get people to put the word about their new tips out there. But I haven't gotten around to trying them.
Wow. Another YouTuber had a stream that went for 8.5 hours. Wow. Smoked Swiss.
Yeah, that's good stuff.
Tech Gorilla says blue cheese is his cheese of... Or no, Shadow's Edge says blue cheese is his cheese of choice.
Yeah, Monster Energy drink and Mountain Dew. Either one of those just makes my stomach cringe these days.
I would
Speaking
just go
of
to
which,
the
give me a soda.
bathroom all the time. Regular is not always so regular anymore. Think regular gas cans have up to 10%
Yeah.
ethanol.
They have a percentage that they allow to
Yeah.
have ethanol in them. Pepper Jack. I love Pepper Jack.
Pepper Jack's good. Blue cheese right out of the tub. How do you...
I don't know if I could do that. But, I like it on a steak or something like that. That's great.
Yeah. I can have it in stuff.
No, you can't.
If it's cooked.
If it's cooked and mixed and you can't taste it, yes. Yes, you can.
Maybe. Yeah. Oh, Outcast Garage. There's lots of, cheese alternatives. Maybe.
Yeah, no. There's no real alternative to cheese.
There are cheese alternatives.
Fake cheese? Yeah, what, Kraft?
No. No, there's
Yes.
nut
Lactose
cheeses,
intolerance. Milk doesn't
vegan
do well for 'em.
cheese.
Buffalo chicken wings.
So when will you be over with said buffalo chicken wings?
You know what? I hate to admit it. My favorite wing place
I know where you're gonna say.
is what?
Hooters.
Hooters.
Yep.
They have the biggest wings. And the teriyaki. Did you see that huge plate of wings she had?
Yep. Yep.
Huge Choxalund.
Yep.
Monty Python there. Sorry.
Yep.
They suck. Outcast, you don't like Hooters? You're a nutcase.
Everybody has
You had
their
a
own.
transmission fall on your head or something.
Michael Wells, give your wife a hug for me. Says he told his wife he was going to go look at tools. She said, "You're going to look at mirrors." Blue cheese and bacon burgers. That sounds good. But I like
Yes.
mushrooms. I would
Yeah.
put mushrooms.
No fungus among us.
Yes, fungus.
No.
Yes,
I have never been a fan of mushrooms.
that's because you're broken.
Yeah, I know. We need to stop talking about food.
We need to have like. I
A
don't know.
nap. I need a nap.
We need to have.
I need to
mukbang.
go on a road trip to Iowa.
Did you say you need? Okay, that's not what I heard. I figured out what you said, but what it sounded like was I need to go to the grocery store in Iowa, and I'm like, what do they have in Iowa? Oh, I was talking to a friend recently because you love the Iowa State Fair.
I do.
And I was talking to somebody whose child went to the Indiana State Fair. And
Not
I
the
said,
same thing.
it's not
They're
the
not
same.
even near each other. Like 2 states in between there.
Okay, is this my story or your story?
I don't know whose story this is. It's not my story.
So I asked, I said, did they have a big sculpture of a cow out of butter? And she goes, yes, they did. So
Yeah, because they're just copying.
maybe it's a thing. I don't know.
Outback blue cheese wedge salad. You've had that without the blue cheese.
Yep.
Scroll up a little bit, will you?
I think I had that when I was pregnant because we had some. Fungus is great. That's right, Amos.
Modern DIY. I have a lot of old cars, so the wife always gets the new car. Yeah, my wife tries to take whatever new vehicle we buy is all of a sudden hers.
No. Mm-mm.
The Jeep was supposed to be a side-by-side. I started shopping for a side-by-side, and then I decided I was going to get a 4-seater, and then we looked at a 5 or 6-seater, and then I made the comment of, these things are so expensive, we could just buy a Jeep. And she went, really? And then we went and looked at Jeeps, and I wanted to get a Wrangler, and they had this thing. The one we bought, it's a 2015. It doesn't look like it because it had, not even 12,000 miles on it.
Wah, 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 wah. Just
Oh,
saying.
you're cruising for a reason there, lady. Oh, jeez, Joe, that's horrible.
Oh, I was looking at the one that says, at Tech Gorilla at Modern DIY Projects. I was running E85 on one of my trucks exclusively with good results, but then they stopped selling it. I use 91 premium, no ethanol, and small engines.
Yeah.
And Ronald Smith wants to know if you can do a segment on miniature batteries
Batteries that charge cell phones?
Yes, I can't speak English, so if you could finish that.
I do. I have a thing on that lined up that I need to do.
Sundowner says, fire up the smoker.
Hold on, Michael Wells, if we're still talking tools, you never know around here. Will you hand me that?
Which?
The big red thing right there?
Okay.
You want to know, what's a good, inexpensive impact wrench? Are you talking battery-powered or air-powered? Because if you're looking for battery-powered, inexpensive, you're looking for an impact wrench, not an impact driver, right? If for an inexpensive impact wrench, this thing is hard to beat. This is a 1/2 inch, and they're coming out with a 3/8 inch. Also, that should be out in a month or 2.
I just read Joe Smith's comment. That is horrible.
What's that?
About drunk people
yes.
getting killed in front of computers. They also sell non-ethanol small engine fuel in stores like Walmart.
Carson says he just used the Bauer Impact on a job and it worked great.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, I mean, I know a ton of people who have this. Everyone swears by it, says it's fantastic.
They had a 6-foot butter Garth Brooks at the Iowa State Fair last time Joe Smith was there. And a 10-foot long White House made
Made
out
of Legos.
Legos.
They usually do have a big Lego thing. And corn dogs. And corn on the cob dipped in butter.
Yes.
Stop talking about food.
$2.49. Outcast says, I always give my wife the new car and I get the old car. That is so nice and kind of you. All the cars are mine, honey.
Yes, you. Hey, stop licking me. Do you need to go outside?
My dad loves
Griffin.
mushrooms. He
Griffin.
grows them.
Dog outside.
And not the
either
magic
or
ones.
water.
That's cool that your dad grows them. There is a word that is very cool. I can't think of somebody who studies mushrooms.
A mushroomer?
No, like there's.
I
like
know
a
there's some technical where I
technical
get
word.
it. Amos has a 2012 Jeep Wrangler Unlimited. I love those Jeeps.
Cool.
Earthquake right angle impacts 109 this weekend. Oh, that's a great deal.
That's cool.
22-year-old Ram. Yeah, mine isn't that old. Mine's a 2016.
Good night, 404
Good night.
Mohawk.
What do you got there, Al?
Oh, chainsaw. Oh, she's playing something on the Switch. Oh, it says, thank you, Joe. Hang on. The screen is very
Yoda's
dim.
in the house. Hey, Yoda, how's it going?
You're not going to be able to see it. Anyways.
Press B.
I can't see. Anyways, Joe, she made you a thing that says, thank you. Chainsaw ice sculpture contest in Iowa State Fair.
Oh, yeah.
I love my Milwaukee Impact cordless half-inch. Not cheap, though.
No.
What are the tinting laws in Nevada?
Griffin.
Please tint or you will burst into flames.
Yeah, we've got limo. Like on my truck, I put limo tint on the back, in the rear, and whatever the legal. I don't know what the legal number is. It's like 2 or 4% or something like that. If you've seen pictures of my Ram, that's they're right at the line for legal tint, and I'm not a fan of tinting because I like as much visibility as possible. But it is so bright and so hot here, you have to do it or you're going to burst into flame like a vampire. You okay?
Sorry, that's true. Well, and I'm a super fan. Like, Jeff teases me that my sunglasses are basically just blinders.
Yeah.
But I like it to be really dark.
She's goth.
Did you say I'm a hedgehog? Thanks. Rodney says there's something about a corn dog at a state fair. I have to say, corn dogs are amazing.
And pork tenderloins.
I had a friend who came to visit who lived overseas, I think in Australia, and they didn't know what a corn dog was. I was trying to explain it to them. And so you kind of can't explain it. You just have to experience it. Carson's Exploring Channel at the Den of Tools, they already did come out with a 3/8 impact bower at Harbor Freight.
I'm not a huge fan of corn dogs.
They did? That came out? When did that get released?
So he probably is going to respond in just a minute. Landon says, me too, Modern DIY Project. It's currently a rusted pile of beep in the backyard. Drivetrain is solid, but man, it's rusted worse than the 80s Toyota.
Michael says, think about the Hyper Tough corded impact from Walmart. I have not seen the reviews on it. I did review the Hyper Tough cordless drill driver, and I was not inspired by it. But who knows about the impact wrench? It might be just fine. Fried Twinkies.
Yeah. Steven, yes, your son loves corn dogs. You have a little one, right? If memory serves correctly. I want to say like 2. Corn dogs are pretty awesome.
I'm kind of mad they came out with the Bauer.
Where is that?
Before the Bauer recip.
Saw.
I totally missed that. How did I miss? I've been kind of nose down this week, so I'm not saying it didn't happen. I'm just surprised.
And I can't read anything.
You can too. You read just fine.
Hooked on phonics.
Hooked on phonics. I see the Bauer. Oh, the Bauer 5-inch random orbital sander is. They snuck that one in there.
There's a big microphone in front of me, so if you see me bobbing and weaving, I'm not drunk. I'm just trying to read.
Yeah, we've heard that one before. Brand Banks. Where's Bauer? Bauer. Where?
I don't know. It's
There's
right there.
Bauer. There's only one listed. That's the
a
hyper.
half-inch.
That's a half-inch. BAUER. Bauer Impact. I see a half-inch, the quarter-inch hex, the half-inch corded.
Maybe they saw it in store.
Yeah, where are you seeing the Bauer 3/8 inch impact? Allow me to extend more thank you for helping enrich my life in the most positive way. Aw,
Aww.
Tech Gorilla, you're awesome.
You are awesome.
Look, they go to their family farm in Kansas to pick wild mushrooms. That sounds so not me.
Alexa,
Is the doggy? Yeah, the dog's
turn
outside.
her off.
DaBEAR, it's only $40. Michael's you're talking about the Walmart corded impact wrench. Yeah. Ceramic tinting. Yep. It's pricey though.
It says item 363536. It's $169. Somebody was also commenting that the Harbor Freight website could use
An
a
update.
revamp.
Oh, that's the earthquake. That's not the Bauer. That's the earthquake 3/8 cordless impact. They're coming out with one that works with this battery lineup, the Bauer one also. The 3/8 is in this month's catalog. I haven't gotten this month's catalog. I don't know why. I called and talked to customer service. Was assured I was getting the catalog. Harbor Freight, if you're listening, I'm not getting my catalogs still. They'll probably start sending them right after we go up to Montana.
Yeah. Why did you buy her that fee instead of getting a rent Jeep Wrangler 4-door? Can you translate that?
Which one are you talking about?
Ronald Smith.
Why did you buy her I think it means the Fiat instead of giving her a Jeep Wrangler 4-door? Because it's her vehicle. She wanted something smaller. It has all the bells and whistles in it. It's a Trailhawk, and it was a 2015 with not even 12,000 miles on it. Plus, it came with a whole extra set of wheels and tires, and we got it for about 30% under the bottom of Blue Book on it, because it was some rich guy's. He bought it for his daughter's friend who came to study for a year from overseas, and then they didn't use it afterwards. So it was just such an incredibly good deal that we couldn't pass it up.
Michael Wells, brushless. It took off bumper bolts from a car that was in a crash for me pretty well yesterday. Carson's Exploring Channel. It's in the magazine also if you look strictly under Bauer, which we don't get. Steven, so are you and your family blinded now? Your son found the power button on the 2,000 lumen LED lantern. Are you awake? Really, really, really awake? Check out the Rigid. I've got no complaints with the 1/2 inch. Plus, you can't beat the warranty. Just make sure you register it within 90 days.
I wish I could say that was entirely true. Rigid used to be my go-to that I would tell people to get. That's the one I recommended to everybody. And I remember, besides, personal experience is great, but it only goes so far because you're only one person. So as such, the sample size is small. And I did a bunch of research. I had people contacting me over and over saying, I tried to use my Rigid warranty and they denied it on abuse. And this apparently is an ongoing thing that Rigid is denying many warranty claims, claiming that the tool was abused. And on top of that, they're also on many times requiring that you pay up front, that you put a credit card down before you send it in, and then they will then charge you for the fix and then say it was abuse and they're not covering it. You don't have the option of saying, well, no, I don't want it covered. So I like Rigid tools. I think they make some great stuff. I'm not really happy with the way the company is acting right now. Sorry. Outcast Scratch's wife bought his wife a Jeep Patriot 4x4. We have another subscriber she bought a Jeep Patriot and she loves it. She thinks it's amazing. Jeep Wrangler was one of my favorite vehicles. Well, yeah, my CJ7 is one of my all-time favorite vehicles.
Speaking of Patriots, is Tom Brady going to retire yet?
I'm not talking about Tom Brady. We don't talk about
Tom Brady
cheaters.
actually.
We don't talk about cheaters.
Okay, we're not
Have
talking.
you tried the Bauer 1/2 inch impact or anything yet? No, I literally just unboxed it during this. I just got it. April's catalog had all the new colors. I did see that. My Milwaukee half-inch impact is amazing, but my 3/8 seems really loose on all my impact sockets. Huh. When is DaBEAR going to do a video on park tour tools? It's not going to be anytime soon. I've got such a backlog on videos, you have no idea. Tom Brady. Imagine this has already been brought up, but did you see the 30% off 5 items priced at $10 less? Keep on visiting. No, I didn't hear about that. Okay, I'm joking. Yes, we have talked about that.
I'm about to throw something at you.
In fact, I'm going to the store tomorrow. I'm buying a bunch of clamps for projects for the summer. Really? Didn't even offer me one.
Would you like one?
No. But it's the thought that
Okay,
counts.
then I'm going to eat yours.
What?
Impact is 2 months old, and the halo light already went out. Oh, that's a bummer. Okay, you need to take this thing away from me.
Yeah. You're having too much fun.
Give it to the child.
No.
No.
We're taking away from one child and
No.
looking to give it to another child.
I'm taking away from one child. I love you.
They wouldn't warranty my Milwaukee due to abuse. That's really weird because for every time I've heard something negative about Rigid and their warranties, I've heard 10 times of stories about Milwaukee going out of their way to warranty stuff. So, oh my god, sorry, I got a Labrador. Oh my gosh, Doug, you took my arm off.
Mama, can someone share with you?
Not right now.
Not right now.
In fact, this summer is going to probably be a very Milwaukee summer for us. The local hardware store, I just forgot the Riverside.
Mm-hmm.
Riverside in Livingston, Montana. If you're in the Livingston, Montana area, down on it's not Main Street. It's
Is it Park?
no Park. I mean, it is Main. It is Main. Park's
I think
the
it's
one.
Maine.
So down on Main Street in Livingston, Montana is Riverside Hardware. Be sure to check them out, and they are an authorized Milwaukee reseller, and they have a huge selection of Milwaukee tools. This is not a paid endorsement. I just love shopping there. In fact, if you go back to last summer, I did a walkthrough there, and the guy who's an owner who built the store up and made it everything it is, he's an independent hardware store owner, is a huge Milwaukee fan, and he's offered me access, basically kind of like on a free rental program, to any of the Milwaukee tools to show them off. So I'm planning to take him up on it this summer, and hopefully we're going to get a chance to showcase a lot of the tools that he's offering there.
It is Main Street. I just double checked, and it is
Duck,
Riverside.
Duck says hi. Did you want to pet Duck?
No, I'm good.
I
Duck
do.
Duck looks like Duck Duck needs to go to the doctor.
Duck needs to go to the garbage.
Hey!
But yes, it is Riverside Hardware. It's on Main Street in Livingston, Montana. And they are awesome. They're also just a great place. If you have questions, they are, they're just great. They have a lot of knowledge. And if you have a project you're working on, definitely go and talk to them. So, does your Labrador have some pit bull in it? No.
Nope, not even
No.
close. But she
No.
does have some licking you to death part in her.
She's
Yes.
a big Labrador. Roddy's I think a
Gold
gold
DaBEAR
DaBEAR t-shirt would make a great birthday present.
I think he might be trying to tell us something.
All right. So anyway, we went over the 3-hour mark. As I said, we're gonna cut it early tonight.
Okay, wait. But Shadow's Edge just said Tech Gorilla was just shown a picture of a bacon wrapped donut. I'd like to see that. I mean,
I have no desire to see that. I
I
tried to
think
bake.
he can send it.
I tried a bacon donut one time. I don't get the whole bacon thingy. That's
That's
just
because you're broken. You
Candy
also don't
bacon,
understand
pretty good.
mushrooms.
candy bacon.
I
Now you know, like brown sugar bacon, like on a
Skewer.
pork rib sandwich.
Oh.
That's
you
some
lost
good
me.
stuff.
That sounds yucky.
You lost me.
Oh, there's some great barbecue up
Mom.
near Livingston.
Mom, do you like candy bacon?
Yep.
Same here.
So anyway, we're planning to do a meetup here in Vegas in May, probably early mid-May. We're probably gonna pick one of the casinos and go hang out there.
If you have a suggestion or recommendation, definitely
Yeah.
throw it out. We're still planning, so
Yep.
nothing's set in stone yet.
And then in June, we're gonna do a meetup for everyone that's in our Montana family. So Bacon wrapped donut. Yeah.
Yes, chocolate covered bacon is good. It's delicious. I've tried that. We should try it again soon.
No.
Gorilla, that's delicious.
That's not
okay,
keto.
so yeah, it is.
Carson's Exploring
Dark
Channel.
chocolate on bacon. What's not keto? Carson's Exploring Channel.
Nope. Down, girl. Down.
All you can eat hot dog contest. Just don't hijack
Yeah,
a car
no
at
kidding.
Bellagio in front of our
That
house.
won't end well for anybody.
No.
Yes, we did say Montana meetup.
Yes. Where are you? Okay, how can you see something?
Circus. No way. Circus is nasty. You get tetanus just walking in the place.
No.
Uncle Evan got stuck in an elevator there.
Yes, he will never go back to circus.
Yes, Yoda Doug's tool collecting channel. Yes, we did say
We're thinking
Montana.
in June, probably late June.
Yeah, after we've...
Branson meetup. I wish.
Epic mealtime.
Oh, they used to have some great stuff, but they kind of dissolved. Des Moines meetup. I would love to get back to Des Moines.
We do need to go to the Iowa State Fair.
You know, I looked at a satellite picture of Des Moines, and no, it wasn't Des Moines, Omaha. I was looking at Omaha, and my house and the school I went to was literally on the edge of town. It was just cornfields after that. It took me 10, 15 minutes to find out where it was because it looked like it was in the middle of town. Anyway, all right.
Shadow's Edge, if you can send me your contact information, or I'll try to find you.
Circus was great. There was a time when Circus was great. It's not this time. I can find I'm being pretentious. I'm okay with that. I don't want to get tetanus.
I'm gonna.
Yeah, we went to their arcade. It was pretty fun.
That was in Reno.
And that was even worse. That place is
Anyways, if you have a recommendation,
mentally
not
bad.
I'd
circum.
love to hear it. And if you want to comment,
Anyway, if you have any recommendations, be sure to post them down below.
Flin Flon Canada meetup. I cannot speak English tonight.
How about?
Sorry.
How about?
Yeah.
How about? All right. Well, anyway, you all take care, and we hope to see you next Saturday. And
How can your son look directly at the lantern? They're child.
yeah, you know,
They're weirdos.
even the guys at Harbor Freight that I talked to in development were like, that lantern is stupidly bright. There should be a warning sign on it.
Maybe check his eyeballs tomorrow and make sure they're okay.
Yes, I have seen the new rigid octane impact driver. They make great impact drivers. There's no doubt about it. I don't have any problems with the tools themselves from Rigid. It's just what corporate has been doing as far as the warranty that I've had an issue with.
Carson's Exploring Channel said, the den of tools. When will you do the Bauer half-inch impact video?
It'll either be this week or next week. As I said, I got
a
a real backlog I'm trying to chew through, and as soon as I can get that all done. Joe, thank you for posting that.
Thank you.
All right. Anyway, I'm going to go become unconscious. You all have a great time. Thanks for sticking with us tonight. We'll see you around, and as always, shine on.
Shine on.